They're underway. A short high kick. Peyton coming up to take it at the 12. Drops it. Up over the 15 there. He's in trouble. And he is hit back at the 15-yard line. Ricky Anderson, number 43 down there. Anderson on the specialty unit, doing an excellent job. Loss of a yard or two, let's call it about 3 there on that return as Peyton picked it up and had problems. Livingston starting at quarterback. The 3 men with him, Reed, McKnight, and Morgado in that backfield.
First and 10.
Wide receiver, Henry Marshall. Walter White, the tight end. First down.
First look for the Chargers at the wing tee. Might scare them early.
Handoff going to Ted McKnight. McKnight trying to get outside. Can't go. Coming up to make the play, the right end, number 71, Fred Dean.
Didn't scare the Charger defense at all on that first one.
There's a look at Livingston.
There's the offensive line. Jack Rudney is the key at center. Matt Herkenhoff, Bob Simmons, Tom Congdon, Charlie Getty. Watch for Herkenhoff matched up with Sylvester Hicks. Ought to be a good one today.
Second down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Opening moment of play here in San Diego. Up the middle, breaking out of there is Morgado. Morgado up to the 30, 32-yard line. Stringert, the extra defensive back in there, 45, as the Chargers were in the nickel that time. And it is a first down. They've marked the ball at about the 32.
15 yards.
The defensive line for the Chargers, one of the best front four in the National Football League. Jones, Kelcher, Gary Johnson, Fred Dean, and watch Louis Kelcher. He's awesome.
First and 10 from the 32-yard line. We've now got Horace Belton, 35, in the backfield. That's Belton in motion. Play action pass. The blitz is on, and it is almost intercepted. The pass appeared to be intended for Tony Reed. Mike Livingston under tremendous pressure as they were coming at him. Gary Johnson, number 79, forced Livingston to throw very quickly, and it was almost picked off.
Don Good almost picked it up. Number 50. You see him there in the linebacker on the outside.
Horn and Woodrow Lowe joining him back there. Lowe having a tremendous season.
He's a player.
Williams, Dove, Fuller, and Shaw in the secondary for these Chargers. It is second down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Again, Belton in motion. He gets it outside at the 35 and up to the 40-yard line, short of the first down. Leading the way out there was Tom Condon, the right guard. Bob Horn, 55, the middle linebacker, made the tackle.
The old Belly series. A little fake inside. Watch the fake inside to Morgado, 21. That holds the linebackers. And then Belton to the outside, and he's got plenty of room. An outstanding move out of that wing tee. Some of the things you'll see all day. A little misdirection in the backfield to break a back open.
The temperature in the high 60s, a crowd of about 35,000 sitting in at the moment. Third down and 2. Belton, and he doesn't get there. Belton stumbled and got back just about to the line of scrimmage, comes up short of the first down. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker, 55, making the tackle, so a punting situation.
Bob Horn.
Horn having a fine season out of Oregon State. There is Zenon Andrusician, the free agent from Canada. Andrusician with a 42.2 average. And back to receive Fuller and Shaw.
What a day he had against Oakland last week.
He booms this one. This is Fuller at the 15. Up to the 20 to the 21-yard line. Fuller, fifth in punt returns in the AFC, averaging 10.9. The tackle made by Jimbo Elrod. We'll be back with more action from San Diego. The early going, it's scoreless. Yard line. Fouts out of Oregon. Lydell Mitchell. Mitchell gets near the 23-yard line. Sylvester Hicks, number 75, there along with Parrish, 61.
Bauer starting at fullback, but we may see a lot of Bo Matthews, number 41. They like the way he blocks, and with Lydell Mitchell in there, you want to get him.
The wide receivers, Joyner and Jefferson. JJ boys, they are, and Bob Klein, the tight end.
We're going to talk about John Jefferson. Quite a rookie, Jay.
Second down and 7. Lydell Mitchell over the 25, out near the 27-yard line.
Number 26.
Whitney Paul, number 53, on the tackle. The linebacker, nose tackle, Don Parrish, 61, also there.
The thing to watch with Lydell Mitchell is after he gets hit once. That's when he makes his great moves. He's been hit once, then he makes the spinning move or the sliding move. He has great quick feet.
Had a 100-yard game last week.
The offensive line, Billy Shields, Doug Wilkerson, Don Masick, Ed White from Minnesota. He's a big one. And, of course, Russ Washington out of Missouri.
3rd down and 4 from the 28. Single setback is Hank Bauer. And I don't know if forward progress got him the first down or not. We're going to have to wait and see where they put it down. It looks like he might be short. Gary Spaney, number 59. And Gary Barbaro, the weak safety, Spaney the linebacker, they made the play. It's going to be a punting situation. And Jeff West, out of the University of Cincinnati, number 8,
3 yards.
a 37.7 average.
In the punt for the Chargers. Number 80.
West, who used to play for the St. Louis Cardinals. Eddie Payton is back to receive this punt. Low pass. The kick is away, and he hangs it high. A fine kick by West. Payton at the 21. Looking for the wall at the 25. Spins away, gets to the 30. And is down at the 30-yard line. Dwight McDonald led the way. It was a 48-yard punt. And when we come back, we'll get a chance to see the Kansas City Chiefs on offense for the second time this afternoon. Late in the 4th period, Pastorini threw to Castor for a touchdown. A big, big victory for Houston there.
Is this a crazy year in the NFL?
Look at that. They're in overtime at Washington. Philadelphia 17-9 over the Jets. Ron Jaworski was injured in that game but came back strong. And look at that.
Look at Buffalo. Goodness sakes.
Buffalo's played some people tough. Here's a handoff to Arnold Morgado. Morgado has played so well in the last 3 weeks. Didn't go anywhere as Big Fred Dean, number 71, hit him. Morgado is averaging 3.8 per game.
Fred Dean.
McKnight, 5.4. Tony Reed, 5.1. This is a club, of course, that is running the ball much more this year on offense. Rushing has really been the predominant factor for them, and that's what they have to do to control the ball game. 2nd down and 10 for the Chiefs. Moving around the right side comes Reed, and he got about 4 or 5 before Pete Shaw, the free safety, 44, ran him out of bounds. Shaw,
4-yard advance.
very brilliant performer. Number 44 at free safety. This telecast presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Chargers and the NFL is prohibited. McKnight and Morgado are out now. MacArthur Lane in the backfield, 42, with another wide receiver, Larry Dorsey, number 80.
When MacArthur Lane comes in, that's a pass. You can always tell.
And they're putting the pressure on Livingston. He breaks away from one man and brings it back up to the 26-yard line where Fred Dean dumped him. Dean, number 71, leads the Chargers in sacks.
Number 10.
He has 12. There is Don Coryell, 54 years old, and there's a man he likes, Fred Dean.
They must have seen the same scouting film that I did. When MacArthur Lane comes in, here comes the San Diego pass rush, and Dean was all over it.
Zenon Andrusician will punt. The line of scrimmage, the 26. Fuller and Shaw are back to receive. That's Fuller on the right, Shaw on the left. It's Fuller at the 40. Over the 45 to the 46-yard line. And the Chargers are going to be in pretty good field position. Tackle was made by Charlie Ane, a 34-yard punt. We're in the first quarter here. No score. The Chargers will have it when we come back. There's a young man looking in on the action. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you are this afternoon. First down from the 47-yard line. Dan Fouts, 5th in the AFC in passing, quarterbacking these Chargers. Hand off to Lydell Mitchell. Lydell breaking down and still going inside the 30-yard line. Mitchell gets to the 28-yard line before Gary Barbaro brings him down. A 3.9 rushing average, 10th in the AFC with 524 yards coming into today's game.
We just talked about what Lydell Mitchell can do for your offense. Here's the prime example. First of all, an outstanding job by the front 4 or 5 of the San Diego Chargers. Opened a big hole. Now watch when he gets his first hit. Now he becomes an all-pro. This is where Lydell Mitchell makes his money. He made another 7 yards with people hanging all over him.
25-yard rush at the 28, 1st and 10. Mitchell again to the 21-yard line. Mitchell now has carried the ball 4 times for 35 yards. Art Still, number 67, making the stop. Mitchell should reach 1,000 yards total offense today for the Chargers. Had nearly 900 yards entering this game. Past 3 seasons for Baltimore, he averaged better than 1,700 yards a season rushing, better than 1,100 yards in receiving and in pass receiving and in rushing. Lydell Mitchell again. This time he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Thomas Howard, 52. Whitney Paul, 53. The outside linebackers making the play. Howard,
Whitney Paul.
All Southwest Conference at Texas Tech. He backed up Jim Lynch for a long, long time, didn't he?
They had 3 linebackers in Kansas City that I think are still legends. Lynch, Lanier, and Bobby Bell. What a crew.
3rd down and 3. Marv Levy looking out at the scene. Greg McCrary, 88, another tight end in there now with Bob Klein. They're in a double tight end set on 3rd and 3. Lydell Mitchell back against the grain, has the first down inside the 15-yard line. A brilliant run there. He was in trouble to his right. Cut it back. Whitney Paul on the tackle.
You hit the nail on the head, Jay. He cut it back. That's the secret. Mitchell doesn't have the great straight-ahead speed, but he knows how to use the blockers, and he knows how to cut back run. You get a flow going toward the sideline. He cuts back inside. Easy first down, and again, drags 4 or 5 tacklers for those extra 3 yards.
We have one of the Chiefs shaken up at the 15-yard line. Mr. Consistency, Lydell Mitchell, 6 NFL seasons for the Colts. He averaged 3.9 yards a rush. Entering today's game, he was averaging 3.9 a rush for the Chargers. We have 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Our officials, we haven't had a chance to tell you about them today. The referee is Fred Wyant. Wyant wears number 75. He's a former quarterback from West Virginia University and now sells insurance back in the Mountain State. Tom Hensley, the umpire. Leo Miles, the head linesman. Fred Swearingen, the field judge. Jimmy Rosser, the back judge. Gene Carabine is the line judge, and Don Orr is the side judge. The staff of Wayne Rudy, Bobby Yarborough, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're attending
Detroit 34
to the injured player.
23.
This drive for the Chargers began from their own 47. And Mitchell has been the key man as he's moved them right downfield.
We mentioned right at the top of the show, he's the main man for the offense. So goes Lydell Mitchell, so goes the San Diego Charger offense, and he's proven it in this drive.
Don Coryell, great record right here in this town, coaching San Diego State from 61 to 72, 104 victories, 19 defeats, and a couple of ties.
Plus, he's cranked out a few starting quarterbacks for the National Football League over his career.
Washington.
You see Art Still getting up. This is Jay Randolph along with Mike Haffner here in San Diego. Still the All-American from Kentucky. There is a look at Lydell Mitchell. He had 3 touchdowns in the Miami game October 15th and 9 catches against Denver in that game on October 8th. 101 yards last week. He's come on to do quite a job here.
You can see it right there.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Chargers. Lydell Mitchell at the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Tackle made by Dave Lindstrom, 71, who has taken over for Art Still at that left end position.
A little of the Don Coryell flair on offense. That was a fake reverse. He made good use of it, too.
John Jefferson comes out of the lineup, and Bo Matthews is coming in. Now they send Jefferson back in, and they're bringing
Lydell back up.
Lydell Mitchell out. Now Jefferson is out of there, too.
Short yardage play, Jay. They want all the good blockers in there.
Double tight end situation. The handoff to Bauer. Bauer to the 4. May have gotten to the 3-yard line. Whitney Paul, 53. Gary Barbaro, 26. Making the play with Dave Rozemek, number 55.
First down.
It is a first down. We're going to call it at the 4. The third first down in this drive. Lydell Mitchell is coming back into the backfield. You see Dan Fouts looking to him. They've got 3 tight ends in there now. Klein, 84. Curran, 82. McCrary, 88. Mitchell and Matthews in the backfield. Lydell Mitchell, penalty marker down. Mitchell got to the goal line. No indication of the touchdown as a penalty marker was thrown. Lindstrom on the tackle, number 71. Illegal procedure against the Chargers. Initial indication from referee Fred Wyatt.
Might have been an offensive lineman moving from his set position. I saw somebody jerk a little bit before the snap. We'll find out for Freddie.
He just called it on the offense.
One of those 11 guys.
You can see it, huh?
Let's take a look. See if you see somebody jerk before the snap. No. Must have, well, maybe that the right offensive guard.
On the right side. Charlie Joyner and John Jefferson, the wide receivers, are back in there. First and goal to go at the 9. Lydell Mitchell to the 5. Dave Rozemek, number 55, in under the pile, along with Parrish, 61. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this first quarter. No score here.
3 yards. Second down.
Jay Randolph along with Mike Haffner, San Diego. The Chargers, second and goal to go at the 6-yard line.
Passing down? No.
Now Lydell Mitchell down to the 1-yard line. Mitchell, who has carried the ball on almost every play on this drive that started from the Charger 47, hit by the weak safety Gary Barbaro, 26, and Thomas Howard, 52. And now the tight ends are coming back into the backfield. We're going to have all 3 of the tight ends in the game. Lydell Mitchell comes out. Mitchell 57 yards on 9 carries. Bauer 37 and Matthews 41 in the backfield. McCrary, Curran, and Klein, the tight ends. Third and goal to go. Handoff going to Bauer, and a penalty marker is down. They give touchdown, but we'll wait for the penalty. Bauer got in, offside against Kansas City. So it's a touchdown for the Chargers as Hank Bauer gets his 5th touchdown of the season.
Kansas City trying to get a defensive line edge by jumping at the snap count. Cost them 5 yards. Didn't make any difference. Hank Bauer right in the end zone.
One of the Kansas City players is hurt along the goal line. And they're going to have to get that squared away before Rolf Benerschke can come in and try the point after. Bauer had 3 carries for 6 yards in that drive. It was Lydell Mitchell who really keyed the rushing. We had expected to see Kansas City try and control this game on the ground, but in the early going, it's San Diego that's doing just that.
Dan Fouts is famous for putting the ball up in the air, and obviously Lydell Mitchell out of the backfield to catch the ball, but they've kept the ball on the ground and controlled it. That's the way you win in the National Football League.
Left corner, Gary Green, number 24, number 1 draft choice in 77, shaken up. Rolf Benerschke is going to come on. He was picked up on waivers from Oakland. Very interesting young man, brilliant scholar, zoology major. He's been bothered by an intestinal disease, been very weak. Don Coryell looking out at his club. Mike Fuller will hold. Benerschke trying for the point after. And it is blocked. Benerschke didn't get it up quick enough, Mike Haffner, and it is blocked. So with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter, the San Diego Chargers leading the Kansas City Chiefs 6-0. We'll be back with more action from here in San Diego right after this timeout.
Used to be when I had a job to do around the house, it was one-on-one. Me against the house. And since the house was much bigger, I usually lost. Well, I've just changed all that with my new Black & Decker Workmate. It'll hold just about anything I want to work on, from a door to a pipe to a 200-pound dresser. In fact, my Workmate is so good at helping me work, I'm giving it Sunday off.
Workmate's available from about $45.
You want to take the psychological edge away from the go-ahead touchdown? Have the extra point block. Dave Lindstrom gets a big arm up there, number 71 for the Chiefs. That takes a little momentum away from you when you get that first score and then miss the extra point.
Bernishka in a weakened condition. Olander kicking off. Eddie Payton at the 13, 15, at the 20. Cuts it back at the 25, 30, out to the 32. He fumbles. Eddie Payton has fumbled at the 32-yard line. We'll wait till they unravel it.
Payton got it back.
I think he did. Woody Lowe, the linebacker, was in there to jar that ball loose. There is Lowe out of Alabama. We mentioned he has played brilliantly. There is the drive moments ago. Took 5 minutes and 9 seconds, 53 yards. Bauer for the touchdown, but it was a tremendous job by Lydell Mitchell. Tony Samuels, 81 now for the Chiefs, is a tight end. Mike Livingston.
Been having his problems, huh, Jay?
Yeah.
Dropped a couple.
In motion, that is McKnight. Morgado. Arnold Morgado hit at the 33 and down. It was Pete Shaw and Mike Fuller, the safeties, making the play. Morgado, you know, he went to Michigan State and then decided, well, I'm going to go back and play in Hawaii. I like it there.
He's a native, and he missed it, I think.
He had a try with the San Diego Chargers.
Certainly did.
Denver 19. Cleveland 7.
I won't be biased and say my Broncos finally won one.
Well, puts a little pressure on Oakland.
Yes, it does. Tomorrow night against Cincinnati.
Second down and 8 from the 34-yard line. Tony Reed. Down he goes in a big play by Don Good. You folks in the Kansas City area will remember Good. Defensive end and co-captain at the University of Kansas, 1973 season.
First round pick here, and he's really come into his own, Jay. It's time for him to be in top form, and he is.
Penalty on this play. Indication is that the Chargers were offside. Referee Fred Wyatt steps off 5. It'll put the ball up to the 38-yard line. We have 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first period.
Offside, number 79, defense.
The call against Gary Johnson, big number 79, at right tackle for the Chargers.
What a pair of tackles for that Charger defensive line. Kelcher and Johnson. Oh, my goodness, the guards in the center are going to know they played today.
Second down and 3. Tony Reed, short of the first down, just got over the 40. Leroy Jones, number 68 at left end, underneath there, made the stop.
Kansas City wants that wing T to crank up. It's got to be Tony Reed in the big situations, just like Lydell Mitchell did in the drive for San Diego. Reed is the key man, and he can do it.
You see Middleton there just a moment ago. He will not play today. Rick Middleton, who has a calf injury. Henry Marshall is out. Walter White and Tony Samuels both in there. Double tight end set. Kansas City 0-3 on third down situations. Penalty marker down. Morgado got enough yardage for the first down, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty was.
Number 21, Arnold Morgado.
What a surprise Morgado's been. He gets that tough yardage for you. He never quits.
Offside against San Diego again. Fred Dean made the tackle there. There's 50-year-old Marv Levy, a Phi Beta Kappa out of Coe College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Very interesting man, very, very brilliant man.
Number 51, defense, first down.
Woody Lowe, the linebacker, was offside as he was up tight that time.
Lowe
in
showing
a short yardage situation.
Showing his quickness. He got over there before the snap.
Kansas City with a first down from their own 45-yard line. They have 2 first downs in this football game. They have Reed, Morgado, and McKnight in the wing T. This is Tony Reed. And Reed is not having much success. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker. He was the MVP in '75 at Oregon State. His senior year there.
Anytime you run outside in the National Football League, your linebackers better make the tackle. You've got to have that great pursuit, and Horn and Lowe and every one of those have got great speed.
The Redskins squeaked by the Giants. That game went into overtime, Washington winning it. Now we have the extra defensive back, Glenn Edwards, the former Steeler, in the ball game. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker, is out. Larry Dorsey, the wide receiver, in there. So is MacArthur Lane with Tony Reed. Handoff going to Reed, and I don't think he got the first down. Leroy Jones making a play along with Louis Kelcher, and the Chiefs are finding it tough running at that front 4. Going to be 3rd down and 2.
12.
Or 12, excuse me, not 2. That's 1 for me. 50 seconds left to go in this first period. 6-0. San Diego in the lead.
They got to throw now. They've broken the wing T. 2 wide receivers.
Dorsey set to the right. That's Marshall at the top of the screen. Livingston throwing, and incomplete. He was going for Walter White, but the throw was behind White, who was cutting laterally to the near side of the field.
It's a good thing White turned around to at least make a pass at the ball, or it would have been picked off.
Shaw and Fuller on the coverage. Livingston 0 for 2 passing. Don Coryell, a big play coach. Zenon Andrusician to do the punting. He has punts of 45 and 34 yards. Fuller and Shaw back to receive. A low wobbly kick. This is Pete Shaw at the 20, 25, 30. Up to the 35, 36-yard line and pulled out of bounds here on the near side.
Takes the punt at the 21-yard line.
Charles Jackson, along with number 86, J.T. Smith, who's just activated this week, in on the play. Philadelphia defeats the Jets 17-9. In that Philadelphia game, Jaworski carried off the field after his final touchdown pass. He suffered muscle spasms in his back. Lydell Mitchell. Stop made by Rozamek, 55, and Whitney Paul, 53. The Chiefs now have Collier and Emmett Thomas playing the corners. Ted Bergmeyer and Gary Barbaro are the safeties, and they may be having a little bit of a problem back there as the gun sounds. And that's the end of the first quarter here in San Diego. The score, the Chargers 6, the Chiefs nothing. We'll be back right after these messages from your local station. There's a camera with a double turret lens on it, isn't it?
They're going to catch all the action.
Sir. And we swing back into San Diego Stadium to start the second period. Mitchell and Matthews in the backfield, 2nd and 9. That's Mitchell coming in motion. This is the first pass of the game for San Diego, and it's complete to Bob Klein. Looks like he's got a first down. Gary Spaney, the linebacker, along with Rozamek, 55 and 59, the 2 of them converging to make the tackle. Did he get the first down? They're going to measure.
Tackle by number 59, Gary Spaney.
You know, the injury to Jaworski, Mike Haffner, ties into that NFL 78 feature today on the quarterback injuries. People like Fran Tarkington, anybody who's a quarterback is subject to injury. Anybody who plays this game is, of course. It's just the way it is.
And what Jack Lambert say in Pittsburgh, put dresses on them if you want to protect them. Oh, big tough Jack.
It's a first down for the Chargers. They're 5th in the game.
Chargers taking advantage of the problems in the defensive backfield for Kansas City. Emmett Thomas in there because Green is hurt. Bergmeyer's in there.
They finally realized they might be able to throw. That was the first pass and the first completion.
Perfect day for Fouts. He can go home now, right?
Lydell Mitchell at the 50, down to the 47, to the 46-yard line. Don Parrish, number 61, the nose tackle, there to make the play. Parrish, of course, was with Atlanta in '77. He handles the run rather well.
He's got to in that 3-4 setup. He's the main man.
Time of possession in the first quarter. Kansas City 7-12. San Diego 7-48. It's 6-0 the Chargers. 2nd and 4. Matthews, who's in there, hit by Don Parrish, and I mean hit. No problem that time. Matthews going to play more today probably than he has in recent weeks, as Don Coryell and the staff want to get a real good look at him. He's been kind of a spot performer. There's Coryell.
He's had a bad elbow, Jay, but he is one of the best blockers out of the fullback position in the NFL. 3rd
and 4 at the 46-yard line. Fouts has time. Now he goes, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Charlie Joyner. And Joyner dropped the ball he probably should have held. The coverage by Tim Collier of the Chiefs. They give Fouts that long to throw, Mike, and he'll have a field day.
And it's a good thing Charlie Joyner doesn't have to go back to the huddle. Because I guarantee you Fouts would be staring darts at him for not catching that one.
Jeff West will do the punting. West, one punt for 49 yards. Eddie Payton set to receive. Payton ranks 4th in the AFC in punt returns, averaging 11.7 per game. Or per try, I should say. This is a bad kick to the far side, and it bounds out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So Kansas City will get it at the 19. We have 13 to play in the second period of action. There's the score. Back with more in a moment.
Next Sunday, regional coverage of exciting NFL action. Telecasts include the rematch between the Patriots and the Jets and the interconference clash between the Chargers and the Vikings. Check local listings for the game in your area.
With Mike Haffner, Jay Randolph here in sunny San Diego, California. 13 minutes to play in the second period. 1st and 10 for Kansas City from their own 20. That was a 27-yard punt a few moments ago.
Break for Kansas City.
Ted McKnight at the 25 almost broke it upfield for a big gain. The man that stopped him was Pete Shaw, the free safety, 44. McKnight picked up on waivers, originally an Oakland draft pick in '77 out of little Minnesota Duluth.
And he's the outside speed for the wing T. Morgado runs inside, and Tony Reed does it all.
It's going to be 2nd down, a short yard. Both tight ends, White 88 and Samuels 81 are in there. Henry Marshall has come out. Just Morgado behind his quarterback. And the handoff to Morgado, and he has got the first down. Bob Horn makes the tackle, number 55. It's the 3rd first down in this game for Kansas City.
Tackle by number 55, Bob Horn.
We have 12 minutes to play here in the Minnesota-Chicago game. 17-14 the Vikings. They're in the 4th period. Walter Payton has just scored a 19-yard touchdown run. New Orleans 17-6 over Atlanta. Baltimore and Seattle are tied 7-7 as the handoff goes to Morgado. They try to strip that ball away from him. Woody Lowe making the tackle, number 51. Louis Kelcher, 74, also in there on the play. Lowe, as we said, is having a tremendous season. He's a starter here since his rookie year.
They had to recalibrate the computer in the National Football League. He doesn't measure up size-wise, but he's a great one.
7-7, Baltimore and Seattle. Dallas and Green Bay 7-7 in the early going.
How about those Cowboys? Strange season for the Super Bowl champions.
Double tight ends again in there, White and Samuels. Play action pass, Livingston throwing on field, and it caught by Tony Samuel. First down at the 26-yard line.
Great catch right in front of Mike Fuller and Mike Williams.
Oh, Tony Samuels. Perfect route and an outstanding throw by Mike Livingston. He laid it right on the button.
That's just the 3rd catch of the season for Samuels. who apparently has been pleasing Marv Levy a great deal.
Perfect pass protection. The big Charger rush was there, but Livingston rolled away from it. Watch how perfectly thrown this is. Any other place, Mr. West knocks it away.
First completion of the day for Livingston. He is 1 for 3. First down at the 28.
Should have said Mike Fuller. He's the one who was covering.
McKnight at the 25, at the 20, down to the 15, to the 13-yard line. McKnight getting around the corner. Pete Shaw 44 and Don Good 50 on the tackle.
We talked earlier, if you go outside the National Football League, you better have great pursuit by your linebackers, and they're all down on the ground. And this one, you give a guy like McKnight with great speed, watch a little juke to get around there. You can't let him outside. They just can't do it.
You see McKnight out of there. Horace Belton is in the backfield now. First and 10 at the 14-yard line, let's call it. Tony Reed, and Reed works his way to about the 12-yard line where Bob Horn, 55, made the tackle. Reed played at Colorado, number 2 draft choice in 77.
Gain of 2 yards.
Reed, born in San Francisco.
He's used to carrying the ball too, Jay. About 28 times a game in college, and he's the workhorse here for Kansas City.
I think this fellow's going to, I've said it before, I think he's going to be a tremendous back in this league.
Got all the tools.
Second down and 8 from the 12. Look out, Livingston is down at the 22-yard line. Louis Kelcher, listen to him yell, Louis, Louis.
I'll tell you, that big stud, he is strong, he is quick. I mean, it's a tough day for Mr. Condon because he's got to face that man every single down.
I'll tell you, Kelcher is a tremendous athlete. 6'5", 283, played at SMU, All-Pro, size 16, shoot.
That's a good base. You don't knock him over.
MacArthur Lane in there now. Larry Dorsey, the wide receiver, also has come on. Third and long. Livingston throwing, and it is incomplete, intending it for Henry Marshall in the corner. Pete Shaw, good coverage. And the field goal kicking unit will come on as Livingston goes off. 8:26 left to play in the first half.
Covering on the play, number 44, Pete Shaw.
Tony Adams, number 11, coming in to hold for Jan Stenerud. The 35-year-old veteran Stenerud has kicked 11 out of 14 field goals inside the 49. This one will come from the 29-yard line, so it'll be a 39-yard attempt.
And looks real important with that missed extra point.
It is on the way, and it is good. So with 8:22 remaining in the first half, the Kansas City Chiefs are on the board. The score, 6-3, San Diego. We'll be back with more from here in San Diego Stadium right after this.
To Abbott and Costello.
I'm not asking who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base.
Buddy Hackett and Harvey Korman as Bud and Lou, Wednesday.
The 27th meeting of regular season action between these clubs. There's the record. Andrusician kicking off. Anderson and Owens are back. And this is Artie Owens. Owens gets over the 30-yard line to the 32.
Artie Owens.
A stop made by Clarence Sanders, the linebacker, number 50. 17-yard return by Artie Owens, the speedster out of West Virginia University.
17-yard return.
6-3 the score.
Clarence Sanders.
The Chargers have the lead. They have 8:12 to go here in the first half.
We'll see if the Chargers take advantage of the fact that Ted Berkmeyer is in there, and also Emmett Thomas, two guys who didn't start the game or weren't supposed to.
Bo Matthews and Lydell Mitchell there, and that's Mitchell over the 30, out to the 38-yard line. Emmett Thomas came up from the corner spot, number 18, to make the stop.
Emmett Thomas been stopping that sweep for a long time for Kansas City.
Lydell Mitchell and Bo Matthews in the background as we look at this Kansas City defensive unit. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Wide receiver set to the right side. Joyner and Jefferson. And up the middle, Lydell Mitchell. Close to the first down. It was Dave Rozamek, 55 on the tackle. There's the stat on Mitchell. 17 yards, and he'll become the 11th all-time rusher.
Dave Rozamek.
It's not bad for 6 years in the NFL, huh?
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, the scores and highlights from around the league on NFL 78. It's been a very interesting day up to now. It is a first down.
First down.
Mitchell, 71 yards on 12 carries. Fouts is 1 out of 2 passing. A 10-yard completion. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Mitchell again. At the 45. Over midfield. And just into Kansas City territory. Good block by the right guard, Ed White, number 67. Tackle made by linebacker Gary Spaney, number 59.
They're going to keep running Mitchell until Kansas City stops him. Excellent job up front. You pointed out the pulling guard did a great job to clear the way for Mitchell. That's what broke it open. Both of them out there with the great blocks. Lydell Mitchell, oh, he's something else. Don't give him any free room. He'll get on you.
Mitchell is out of there now, and Don Woods, number 33, along with Bo Matthews in the backfield. Matthews breaking through, and Matthews is over the 40-yard line down to the 39. Gary Barbaro, the weak safety, made the tackle. Another first down.
If you do not stop up that middle, the fullback can pop through, and you can see the block on Parrish, 61, that springs Matthews right into the secondary.
You can see Matthews cut back to daylight there. He looked like a very fine runner, knew what he was doing there.
Don Masick made a great block. Center for the Chargers.
First down at the 39-yard line. Bo Matthews again, spinning down to the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Close to another first down. Ted Bergmeyer, who's playing for the injured Tim Gray at strong safety, along with Sylvester Hicks, 75 on the tackle.
Watch number 62, Masick. If we can see his block again, he just buries Parrish, 61, and Matthews, you could run a truck through that hole. Oh, Bo Matthews out of CU, Ramblin' Buffalo.
One of the Chiefs has been shaken up, and they're attending to him at the 35-yard line. We'll be back with more. 6-3, San Diego. Peyton had a couple of touchdowns. So did Foreman. 17-14, Minnesota. Lydell Mitchell and Bo Matthews in the backfield with Fouts as Rozamek was shaken up, and he has left the ball game. Clarence Sanders now in at a middle linebacker spot. Lydell Mitchell near the 25, first down. Whitney Paul, 53, and Clarence Sanders, number 50, who just came into the game, making the tackle. Chiefs have had a couple of injuries that have hurt them up to this point in the proceedings. They're without Tim Gray starting today because of the shoulder bruise. Now Rozamek is shaken up.
Gary Green's out of there.
Gary Green is out of there, that's right. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Very young Kansas City defense. They are not too good in the depth department.
7 first downs for the Chargers. Bo Matthews inside the 23, maybe got to the 22. Ted Bergmeyer and Clarence Sanders, 48 and 50. They are making the play. Last week, the Chargers defeated Cincinnati 22-13. A fine defensive performance. They kept Cincinnati off the scoreboard till about 1:27 left to play. There is Dave Rozamek.
Slight concussion, Jay, but they say he'll be back. Checking his eyes, asking him what time of day it is and where he is.
2nd down and 7. Lydell Mitchell. Lydell inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Gary Spaney back in there now. Number 59 on the tackle.
Let's look at it ground level, and you can see extra effort by the all-pro running back. Again, when he gets hit the first time is when he really sparkles. There he's nailed. Now watch. He's going to get an extra 4 yards just driving and scrambling. That's the way Lydell Mitchell can do it.
Now the 11th all-time rusher in the NFL. Liddell is out of there. Triple tight end set for the Chargers on 3rd and 1. Bauer and Matthews in the backfield. This is Bo Matthews. First down at the 15-yard line.
And on number 41.
59, Gary Spaney on the tackle.
First down. Ladies and gentlemen.
3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first half.
The Chargers are 3 of 4 on 3rd down. You win football games with that kind of percentage. Watch Bo Matthews. He's going to lose the football. Going to squirt out, but it bounces right back up to him.
That's a
oh, look at there it is. Oh, goodness.
Liddell Mitchell back in there. A couple of yards. Down to about the 12. Lindstrom, who's playing for Art Still, who was injured earlier. And Sylvester Hicks. Lindstrom 71, Hicks 75. They're making the play. Wow, look at this first half Mitchell's having.
Ooh. I'd say that he has proved himself real quickly.
Hank Bauer and Liddell Mitchell now in the backfield as Bo Matthews has come out. Jeff Lloyd, 74, out of there for the Chiefs, and Don Parrish, 61, back in at the nose tackle.
Action down, Jay. They can do some wild things in this situation.
On 2nd and 7, it's a play-action pass. Fouts is throwing, and it is complete at the 1-yard line to John Jefferson. And Fouts is claiming he should have had a touchdown on the play. Emmett Thomas on the coverage. Fouts is down at the end zone with the officials, and he is a very upset quarterback.
I will explain to you why it is not a touchdown. His feet do not count. It's where the ball is. Now, his feet might be in the end zone or over the stripe, but the ball is outside the end zone. You must break the plane of the goal line with the ball, not your feet. Good call.
There are the goggles that he wears. They have 2 pairs of goggles for Jefferson in case one of them fogs up. There's Fouts coming off. Now he wants to talk it over. The Chargers have got a first down and goal to go at the 1. We'll see if they score when we come back.
Again, a perfect call on why this was not a touchdown. The feet were in. The ball was outside the end zone. Those guys in the striped shirts know what they're doing.
He never got the ball in there. We mentioned that Jefferson has goggles that he wears. That's because of a scratched eye. And they've had to be very careful about it. Klein, Curran, and McCrary, the 3 tight ends in there. Bauer and Matthews in the backfield. Handoff going to Bauer. Touchdown, Chargers. Bauer gets his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Number 37, Bauer.
That touchdown made possible by the Charger offensive line. They were off the ball before Kansas City was even ready.
The drive started back at the 32 of San Diego. And they score here with the 2-minute warning going to come right up after this try for point. Manershka, who missed earlier with Mike Fuller holding. This one is up, and it is good. So with the 2-minute warning being given, Chicken Man celebrates. 13-3, the Chargers.
Okay, Atari, let's see your best pitch.
You're out, Rose.
I quit soccer to play Atari.
You need more practice, Haley.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set. Don't just watch television tonight. Play it.
Ed White, 67, Rush Washington, 70, make this touchdown. Look at Ed White bury his man. Washington outside, right through. Good block by Bo Matthews as a leader, too.
Bauer only has 7 yards, but he has a couple of touchdowns. Not bad going. There is Cliff Olander, number 5 draft choice in 77. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, NFL 78. Scores and highlights of another Rather interesting Sunday afternoon.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Don Coryell pacing the sidelines. He wrote Bill Bidwell, the Cardinal owner, a letter and said, I want to be your coach. He did a great job there before the marriage kind of fell apart.
Kind words.
Morgado taking the kickoff over the 25, the 30, up the sideline, still going near the 40-yard line. A fine return by Arnold Morgado. We're going to pause briefly now for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
WDAF TV for Kansas City.
Jay Randolph and Mike Haffner with you from San Diego. Morgado going off. A fine return. 27 yards coming up the sideline.
He is a workman-like running back. He's behind his blockers. He always keeps the feet running, keeps his head up, never puts it down. Just does a workman-like job, as I said.
And Ricky Anderson again on the specialty unit made the tackle.
2-minute drill.
They've got Larry Dorsey in there. They swing it out. Reed at the 40, 45 at midfield, at the 45 down to the 40 and stepped out of bounds to stop the clock wisely. Fine play by Reed as he got it to the 39. Bob Horn ran him out.
Showed his talent on that run. He did a couple of things that only veteran NFL running backs do. Set up his own blocking, ran as far as he could when nobody was touching him, and then stepped out of bounds to stop the clock and save a timeout. Here it is. Now watch him set up his blockers. Slows down. Good job, Tony Reed. Now break up. Now you got the time and get out of bounds. Just like you coach it.
Chargers were looking for something a little longer, maybe over the middle, and they got hurt on the swing pass to Reed. First down. Handoff going to Tony Reed inside the 35-yard line. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker, 55, making the stop. Timeout called with 1 minute and 33 seconds left to play in this first half. It's 13-3, San Diego leading, and it would be a big psychological lift, certainly, for these Kansas City Chiefs to get on the board here.
Even a field goal will help them going in.
NFL 78 next Sunday features Jamie the Greek. He's only 10 years old. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He lives in New Hampshire. He rides a bike and he skis. And then you'll see this action at 12:30 Eastern Time. The NFL 78, followed by Buffalo at Tampa Bay, New England at the Jets, and San Diego playing at Minnesota. After NFL 78 at 1:30 in many markets, the Cleveland at Baltimore, Seattle at Kansas City game, and then after NFL 78 at the 3:30 markets, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. And most of you will see the Jets game around the nation. Oh, don't forget to check your local listings for the game and time in your area. NFL action on NBC next Sunday.
Coach Marv Levy trying to figure out which kind of points he's going to get, a touchdown or a field goal. Any one of them will do.
Road is over there loosening. Livingston is 2 for 5 passing, 61 yards. He's been sacked once. It is 2nd down and 6 at the 34. Livingston going to throw. He's got time. He is going and couldn't get it to Larry Dorsey. Penalty marker down. Mike Fuller on the coverage. There's Fuller on the left and Dorsey on the right. Holding call against the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, that's why Livingston had so much time.
That's it. Can't sit back there unless you're holding on to one of those big guys for San Diego.
Referee Fred Wyatt will step it off. And this will put the Chiefs out of field goal range.
That hurts in the 2-minute drill. Now the Chargers know they're
holding number 60, offense.
Charge against the left tackle, Mike Herkenhoff. Herkenhoff, who came out of the WFL.
He's got to handle Fred Dean, and Dean's one of the quickest defensive ends in the National Football League.
At the 45 now, it is 2nd and 16, and the Chargers have 5 defensive backs in there. Glenn Edwards, 27, is there, and the middle linebacker Horn is out of there. They try to draw Tony Reed, but Louis Kelcher, he's great against the run, isn't he, Kelcher? A number 2 draft choice in 75.
When you're as strong as that, man, you can hold up 4 or 5 blockers and then make the tackle.
Kelcher, I remember the only injury he's ever had, really the only bad injury, was in the game at Kansas City in October of 77, a neck injury. NFL 78 coming up for you at halftime. 3rd down situations. Kansas City's converted 1 of 3 times. This is their 4th 3rd down conversion situation facing them this afternoon. San Diego's converted 3 out of 4 as we have 1:21 left to play in this first half. San Diego got on the board when Bauer scored from 2 yards out with 3:49 left in the first period, and Bernishka's extra point try was blocked. A Stenerud field goal from 39 at 8:22 of the second period made it 6-3, and Bauer scored again from 1 yard out with 1:58 remaining here in this first half. Bernishka kicking the point. 13-3 is where we are with 1:21 left.
3rd and 16, and this is obviously the key. They've got to get down in field goal range for Stenerud.
Livingston steps up and throws. He's got Dorsey. Dorsey coming to the near side at the 30, trying to get out of bounds, and does. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Mike Williams and Glenn Edwards were in pursuit.
He might have a first down, and he does.
I think he does. A big play indeed. Dorsey got the first down. He got the clock to stop with 1:12 to go, and they got their 7th first down in the ball game.
They couldn't make a 3rd down conversion. They had only one of them. Here's a 3rd and 16, and they walk right to it. Good move by Kansas City.
Dorsey, who comes in when they go to the pro set, is the big play man. He was involved in the trade that sent Wilbur Young out here. This is Reed, penalty marker down. Reed inside the 20-yard line. Short of a first down at about the 18, pulled back at that point.
Number 32, Tony Reed.
Somebody jumped for Kansas City, though.
Gary Johnson, 79 on the tackle. The indication is that the penalty will go against the Chiefs.
On the field.
It's hurting them, the penalties here in this drive late in the first half.
Makes that field goal longer and longer.
Offside, number 88, offense.
Walter White, the tight end, was offside. Puts the ball back at the 32-yard line. 1:04 remaining in the first half. Bob Horn is back in at middle linebacker now for the Chargers, and Glenn Edwards has gone out.
Again, the pressure's on Livingston. They know he's got to throw.
He throws, and it is complete. The catch made by Henry Marshall. The ball way underthrown. Marshall came back and took the ball in front of Pete Shaw.
You called it perfectly. It was not the route. It wasn't anything but the fact that the throw was short. Watch Livingston. He is definitely under pressure. Big Hands Johnson, number 79, is right down his throat, so he's got to get rid of it.
26 yards.
Marshall makes a great play of watching the ball with concentration. The 2 defensive backs ran by him. He came back and caught it. 26-yard gain, and look out. Here comes Kansas City.
Henry Marshall out of Missouri. Big win for Missouri yesterday over Kansas. Nebraska knocked off Oklahoma. Now 4 linebackers in there for the Chargers. They've got Ray Preston in there. This is Tony Reed. Penalty marker down as Reed gets to the 3. Penalty marker was thrown in the middle of all of it at about the 4-yard line. Woody Lowe on the tackle. Number 51, the linebacker on the outside. Now Wyatt is going over to talk with Coach Marv Levy. And Levy says, wait a minute. Come back here. Let me explain what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's a holding call against Kansas City. And Marv Levy says he didn't hold him, Freddie. He didn't. You were mentioning all the Kansas City area scores. Got to mention Kansas State upset in Colorado.
Oh, they beat Colorado. Big win for the Wildcats. Manhattan. Missouri and Nebraska next week.
Oh, that ought to be. Warren Powers used to play for Nebraska.
That's correct.
Oh, that'll be a fight.
Holding Kansas City. So Mr. Levy did not convince Mr. Wyatt and his crew that that was not holding.
When have you ever seen him change one? Huh?
50 seconds left in this first half.
Levy's still yelling at him.
Holding, number 88.
2 in a row.
Walter White again.
Offside the first time, holding this time. Walter's having to.
This is Jay Randolph along with Mike Haffner here in San Diego. We have 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Chargers leading 13-3. It is 1st and 16 from the 16-yard line. Mike Livingston Livingston throwing on the run, incomplete. There's a penalty marker down at the 5-yard line. And Tony Reed is saying he was interfered with, and let's see how they call it.
You called it right, Jay. There was a pass interference penalty against the Charger defensive backfield.
Penalty flag on the field.
Fred Wyatt will tell us right now.
The Chargers leading here 13-3. 2 touchdowns by Bauer from short yardage. Holding called against the Chargers. The only score for Kansas City came on a 39-yard field goal by Stenerud. They're going to place the ball at the 11-yard line, and it is a first down.
And that's the key.
Holding,
First down.
number 50, defense.
First down.
Call against Don Good, the linebacker. First down for Kansas City. 42 seconds left to go in this first half.
Dr. J 33. Please call your answering.
The Charger defense trying to hold off Kansas City's challenge here late in the first half. 13-3. San Diego leading it. Mike Livingston quarterbacking the Chiefs. Livingston has time. He throws for Dorsey. Incomplete. Larry Dorsey covered by Hal Stringard over there. Dorsey, who caught a pass here moments ago in this drive and got out of bounds to stop the clock. The pass came up short.
But again, it was like Henry Marshall's pass. He had a chance to come back and maybe save it. I think Livingston threw it there on purpose.
37 seconds remaining in the first half.
Must be careful here. You can't make a mistake because now Kansas City has the momentum going into the locker room. They don't want to give it up with an interception or a fumble.
On second down, Livingston is in trouble. Down he goes at the 24-yard line. Fred Dean, the man who leads San Diego in sacks. Number 71 was there.
Number 10, Mike Livingston. Sacked by number 71, Fred Dean. Loss of 12 yards.
Fred Dean coming in with help from Woody Lowe, the linebacker, 51. And the ball is going to be back at the 22-yard line. There is Jan Stenerud getting ready. This all began with 1:58 left to go on the clock here in the second period on the 39-yard line of Kansas City. And with 8 plays, they got it down close. But 4 of those 8 plays have been canceled by penalties in this drive. You see that statistic right there. And you saw why just a moment ago. Fred Dean and his crew.
Kansas City's got a long way to go. Third down and 21 for a first down. If they get out inside the 1, they can still make a first.
That's right, they can. They need to get inside the 1-yard line for the first down.
Might as well score if you get that far, huh?
I'm sure that's what they're thinking. Now we're getting the extra defensive back, Glenn Edwards, coming in. Also, they send Ray Preston in and bring Don Good out. So the Chargers go to their nickel defense, trying to prevent the bomb. They give up 5-10-yard pass this point in the proceedings.
Kansas City doesn't want to give away the shot at the field goal. Can't turn the ball over.
Dorsey and Marshall, the wide receivers. The throw over the middle to Dorsey. Dorsey is at the 5, and he is stopped at the 3-yard line. Mike Fuller and Pete Shaw. It was Shaw got there first to make the tackle. 19 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. The Chiefs trying to get squared away for the field goal. That will come from the 11-yard line. 5 seconds. Stenerud boots it up, and it is good. With 1 second left on the clock, Stenerud had the ball there. He booted it through, and that's a big 3 points for Kansas City.
Great hustle. They had no timeouts, and they got it in. How about that, Jay?
Chicken Man is sad, but Kansas City fans take heart.
Yes, sir.
1 second remaining. We will have the kickoff. That was a very gutty drive by the Chiefs. I know they would have liked to got the touch, of course, Mike Haffner, but this was quite a play. I thought for a minute Dorsey might speed it in, but he couldn't quite turn it in on the angle.
A great throw by Mike Livingston. You see Dorsey wide open. Again, they were taking your theory. They wanted to give up the short pass, not give up the touchdown. Dorsey had A good shot at the corner of the end zone, but I think the defensive backs at San Diego had the perfect angle.
Pete Shaw did an excellent job. There's Larry Dorsey out of Tennessee State.
Behind
Mike Livingston right there.
Thank you, Mike. He moved right out of the way to show us, Mr. Dorsey.
Zen and Andrusician will kick off. Anderson and Owens are deep. An onside kick just to see if it can be handled. Edwards having trouble picking it up. And finally, Hank Bauer got it. And that's the way we end this first half. Well, a very interesting football game up to this point. The end of the first half here in San Diego. The score, the Chargers 13 and the Chiefs 6. And San Diego, Rolf Benerschke missed that extra point, Mike. That may have something to do with the outcome of this one now that we have the situation with those 2 field goals from Jan Stenerud. There's quarterback Dan Fouts, and he will try to continue to control this ball game. I think the statistics are a little bit opposite of what we expected at the top of the show.
I think so too, because the Chargers are leading in the rushing offense, 131 to 63. Should have been the other way around with the wing T. On the other hand, Kansas City with 95 yards passing to only 21 for the Chargers, who are known for throwing the football. Don Coryell's known for putting the ball up in the air. So it's interesting. Kansas City with that field goal with 1 second left, that gives them the momentum in the second half.
If Kansas City can continue to throw well, it should help their running game here in the second half, obviously.
Obviously, because the Chargers are keyed up to stop the running game. If they have to loosen up their thoughts about playing defense against the pass against the Chiefs, they're going to have a problem against the run.
Marv Levy came from Canada, 5 years at Montreal, 2 Grey Cup titles up there. Mike Livingston, SMU.
Fine first half throwing the football.
Likes golf. Doesn't make him a bad person, this fella.
Have you ever known a quarterback didn't know how to swing that, number 1 would?
For the Chargers, number 43.
Well, these 2 clubs are about ready to take us into the second half as we have a 13 to 6 score. Lydell Mitchell, a brilliant first half. Andrusician will kick off. Ricky Anderson and Artie Owens are set to receive it. We're underway in the third quarter. Artie Owens at the 15, the 20, outside at the 25 to the 28-yard line.
Artie Owens makes the kickoff at the 7-yard line.
Kansas City's Clarence Sanders, number 50, the linebacker, there to make the play. Mike Haffner, Jay Randolph, here with you in San Diego, California. And it'll be Fouts at quarterback, number 14. Mitchell, 26. Matthews, 41, the running backs. The wide receivers, 83 Jefferson, 18 Joyner, Bob Klein, 84, the tight end. First down from the 29-yard line. Bo Matthews getting the ball as Jefferson moved in motion. Tackle made by Don Parrish. The offensive line for the Chargers, talented Don Masick at center, number 62. Ed White, 67, and Doug Wilkerson, 63 at the guards. And Billy Shields, 66, and Rush Washington, 70 at the tackle spots. Second down and 7 coming from the 31-yard line. Fouts going to put it up. And he throws, and it was almost intercepted. The pass intended for Joyner, and Tim Collier almost got his 4th in 3 weeks.
Tim Collier's playing well in that defensive backfield. He timed it perfectly. He saw Joyner running the inside curl pattern, just laid back until it was thrown by Fouts, almost picked it off.
Collier starting now and playing very well. It is 3rd down and 8 from the 31-yard line.
Fouts is going to take advantage of those 2 changes in the defensive backfield for Kansas City.
Fumble at the 30-yard line. Kansas City has it. And number 61, Don Parrish, dances up out of the pile with that football.
Oh, he's having a big game. He stopped the running plays earlier when the Chargers had it cranked up. Now he picks up the fumble, and what a break for Kansas City.
The turnover will give the Chiefs the ball at the 30-yard line of the Chargers. Livingston starting at quarterback. As you see, Fouts upset as they had a problem on the handoff there. That's the first turnover in this football game. Reed 32, Morgado 21, and McKnight 22 in the backfield. Arnold Morgado. Morgado inside the 20. Edwards and Fuller on the tackle. Close to a first down. I think he got it.
A beautiful trap block by the middle of that Kansas City offensive line. And look at that hole. My goodness, you could drive 4 or 5 trucks through that one. Oh, the running backs love to see that kind of blocking.
As we get the measurement coming up, we will mention the Kansas City's offensive line starting this second half. Jack Rudney, the 9-year veteran from Northwestern, 58 at center. They're just short of the first down. Tom Condon, 65. Bob Simmons, 73 at the guards. Charlie Getty, 77, and Matt Herkenhoff, number 60 at the tackles. Walter White, 88, is the tight end. Marshall, 89, is the wide receiver. Dorsey is the other wide receiver when they go to the pro set. And here they are. It was a first down. I said they were just short, but they gave them the first down. And now Livingston swings it out to Reed. Reed's inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. They've had some fun with that swing pass out to Reed, Mike.
What you want to do in the National Football League if you don't hand off to Tony Reed, you get him the ball some way, and that's what it is. That screen pass gives him a chance to use all his great moves and power.
He caught 29 passes coming into today's game and had a 10.8 average per catch. That last stop made by Don Good, the linebacker. It's going to bring up second down and 5 at the 15-yard line. Early in the third quarter, the Chiefs on the move after the turnover. Morgado breaking through at the 10, down to the 8, and near the 7-yard line. Glenn Edwards making the tackle. Morgado had better than 229 yards, and he's picked them all up over the last 3 weeks.
I'll tell you, you better take number 65, Tom Congdon, out to dinner after this football game. Look at that block he makes on Dean that breaks Morgado, and it was Congdon who broke him earlier on that big run that Morgado had.
Condon out of Boston College, a number 10 draft pick, very consistent. There's Morgado with 40 yards on 7 carries. He's got the ball again, trying to get outside, and he gets barely back to the line of scrimmage as Mike Fuller wrapped him.
21, Morgado.
Let's take a look at this Charger defense right now. They have Dean 71 and Jones 68 at the ends. Kelcher 74 and Big Hands Johnson 79 at the tackles.
What a pair.
The linebackers are 51 Low and 50 Good on the outside. Horn 55 in the middle. At the corner, Stringert 45 and Williams 29. Edwards 27 and Fuller 42, now playing the safety spots.
They got the pressure, Jay. It's on the San Diego defense right now.
Second down at the 6. Play action over the middle. The pass is complete at the 1-yard line. The tight end, Walter White, hit and pulled back by Woody Lowe.
And the fans in Kansas City will say it's about time number 88 caught one for us.
He didn't catch one last Sunday, dropped a few. White started today 5th in the AFC with 29 catches. And the ball is just touching the 1-yard line as Edward comes out of there, and they put another linebacker, Ray Preston, in there. So it is Lowe, Preston, Horn, and Good, the 4 linebackers. Tony Samuels is in, 81. Double tight end set for the Chiefs.
Could go over Congdon again.
The handoff to Morgado. He's got the touchdown. With 10:55 left to go in the third quarter. The Chiefs are very much back in business here.
Arnold Morgado was the key to that drive. He had the big rushing plays, and he gets the touchdown and a big hug from his offensive lineman.
Morgado going off.
They're doing the hula in Hawaii.
Jan Stenerud will attempt the extra point. Tony Adams will hold. This would tie it up. Bernishka missing a point after that was blocked by Lindstrom early in this ball game. It's on the way, and it is good. So, with 10:55 left to go, third quarter here in San Diego, the Chiefs and the Chargers tied up at 13. Parrish loved it. Hope you're loving it.
The former Hawaii Rainbow takes it into the end zone. Big play by left tackle Matt Herkenhoff to pop him in there. Morgado out of the University of Hawaii.
The drive, 6 plays, 30 yards. The kickoff and precision. Anderson and Owens are deep. And at the 15-yard line, it's Artie Owens over the 25 out to the 30. Owens wrapped up by Clarence Sanders, number 50, who's done an excellent job on those specialty units today for the Chiefs.
Owens tackled by number 50. Clarence.
San Diego very conservative throughout the game on offense. They've kept the ball on the ground, given it to Lydell Mitchell. Now the game's all tied up. The momentum is in Kansas City's favor. I would imagine Fouts to put the ball up a little bit more and take advantage of those injuries in the Kansas City secondary.
We swing back into San Diego Stadium with you. 10:45 to go in the third quarter. Mitchell and Matthews in the backfield. Lydell Mitchell to the 34-yard line. The stop made by Don Parrish. That defensive unit, Parrish 61 at the nose tackle spot. Art Still at left end now, 67, back in there, shaken up early in the game. Hicks 75 at the right end. The inside linebackers are Spaney and Sanders, 59 and 50. Rozimick, 55, injured in the first half. Howard, 52, and Paul, 53 outside. 2nd down and 6 from the 35-yard line. Lydell Mitchell, close to the first down at about the 41-yard line. He looks like he might be a yard short. Art Still, 67 on the tackle.
Lydell Mitchell has done it all day for the Charger offense. Why not go to him until they stop him? Look at this from ground level. Oh, I like running behind those big offensive linemen, says Lydell. Got inside and close to the first down.
Mitchell comes out of the lineup as he has 110 yards. Klein, Curran, and McCrary are in there, the 3 tight ends. Bauer and Matthews in the backfield on 3rd and 1 at the 40-yard line. Matthews, I don't know if he got it.
And on 41.
Very close.
Let me get the sharp eyes out here.
Gary Spaney, 59, the linebacker, leading the way. Number 18, Emmett Thomas in under there. Emmett, the 13-year-old veteran from Bishop. Thomas and Collier playing the corners. Barbaro and Bergmeyer the safety spots. It is a first down. And Emmett says, it was tough in there.
Didn't even measure. They had it by a good yard.
Thomas may be shaken up a little bit. Now he's up. And he's hurting a little, you can tell that, but he'll hang in there.
He has to. They haven't got anybody else to put in.
Leading active interceptor in the AFC, Emmett Thomas. Mitchell and Matthews in the backfield, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Bo Matthews got about 2. Spaney again making the tackle with help from Whitney Paul, number 53. And the fans here getting a little bit distressed at this offensive show of the Chargers, who, as you've mentioned, Mike Haffner, are rather conservative today.
Got to put that ball up in the air. They're famous for throwing the football. They've got Charlie Joyner and J.J. Jefferson. They've got to get them the ball. They're great players.
Hank Bauer, the free agent, number 37, joins Mitchell in the backfield. 2nd down and 9 from the 43-yard line. Don Coryell running along the sideline, taking a look. Fouts straight back, throwing over the middle. Incomplete, or did he catch it? Off Klein. Klein had it. It was popped away when Sanders hit him, and Klein recovered it.
Great concentration by Klein, number 84, the tight end. You called it perfect. The ball was knocked loose as he was falling down. He caught it again. You get 2 receptions on that, Jay?
Klein was with the Los Angeles Rams, traded here in '77. A lot of former Rams on this Charger club. It is 3rd down, 5 at the 47. Fouts going to put it up again. He's rushed. He throws. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Clarence Sanders, and he's beside himself because he thought he should have had it. The pass appeared to be intended for John Jefferson. It was not a good throw.
Jefferson on the quick inside post move, and this young man, for a rookie, he's got all the moves in the world. But I'll tell you what, Sanders made a great play. He thought he had it picked off, and he's mad.
West, a punting average of 37.5 on 2 punts. Ready to boot the ball to Payton. Oh, he hung this one high. It's a dandy. Payton at the 9. Penalty marker goes down as Payton stays on his feet and gets it out to the 17-yard line. A 42-yard punt. Nice hang time on it, too. It was a good punt by Jeff West. And now we have the penalty down, as we indicated to you. And referee Fred Wyatt indicating clipping against Kansas City.
Bad field position now for the Chiefs.
7.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. 13 all. It'll put the ball back at the 5. Let's listen.
Personal foul, clipping, number 54. First down.
The call goes against Jimbo Elrod, the linebacker. With 7.5 to play, we're going to take a timeout. It's Kansas City and San Diego tied at 13. The Chargers have been penalized 4 times for 20 yards. Kansas City 4 times for 40 yards. They're in the pro set. No, it's Larry Dorsey is the wide receiver. Henry Marshall is out of there. I saw Dorsey in there, and I thought they'd be in the pro set, but they're not. The handoff fake to Morgado. He's throwing, and the pass intended for Ted McKnight. He's blaming the man covering him, Stringert, and says he was bumped. And I believe he was, but I think he was bumped fairly because you can bump inside that 5-yard zone, and I don't think he was outside the 5-yard zone when he was hit on the play, Mike.
He got bumped inside that 5-yard barrier. That was fine. They, nudged up against each other as they got past it, but not enough to be thrown a penalty flag for.
Henry Marshall back in. Reed, Morgado, and McKnight. Morgado out to the 9. Boy, he's a tough runner. Had 64 yards in the Cleveland game, 2 touchdowns, 74 yards at Pittsburgh, 54 yards against Oakland. Tackle made by Bob Horn, 55, Fred Dean, 71. Livingston, 6 of 11, 131 yards. He's been sacked twice. 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Score tied 13 all. 3rd and 6 coming at the 10-yard line.
We'll see if Livingston wants to put it up this close. I wouldn't do it if I were him.
Handoff going to Reed. Gets it out to the 13-yard line, short of the first down. And Zenit Andrusician is going to have to get away a good punt. Leroy Jones, 68, the left end on the tackle. Kansas City, 2 out of 7 on 3rd down conversions.
This is an important punt, Jay. Very important to the momentum of the game. Old Mo could jump the other side right now.
Andrusician, born in Germany, lives in Ontario, gets it away. Hung it high. Mike Fuller. Fuller down at the 48-yard line. Leading the way for Kansas City, Jimbo Elrod, 41-yard punt. The Chargers will get it. We're tied 13 all in the 3rd period with 5:58 to play. Chicken Man entertaining here.
Playing the tuba, huh?
Don Woods, 33, and Bo Matthews, 41 in the backfield. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line for the Chargers. Don Woods over the 50. Spinning down to the 46-yard line. Whitney Paul, 53, making the play. Don Woods out of New Mexico Highlands. A quarterback there. Waved from Green Bay and picked up here. Pretty handy man to have around.
Ran the wishbone when he was in college, and that makes a running back out of you real quick.
Ball just short at the 45. We'll call it at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Fouts, 3 out of 6, 25 yards. Hard to believe that's all they've got through the air today.
He puts more balls in the air than he's done today, I guarantee you.
Jefferson in motion, play action. He's going for Jefferson. He's got him, and he makes the catch for the touchdown. John Jefferson. Well, you saw that one coming, I guess, Mike. 45-yard touchdown pass, and the Chargers are back in the lead.
John Jefferson showed that great speed of the rookie.
Beat Tim Collier. His 6th touchdown pass of the season.
This young rookie has got it all. It's a play-action fake, and it's just speed right here. Collier was beaten by a good 5 yards. Now watch the wave to the fans. Thank you, sir, and ladies, and everyone. Great throw by Fouts.
Fouts' 47th career touchdown pass. Venershka to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Mike Fuller. It's on the way, and it is good. 5:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And the Chargers have bounced out into the lead after the big pass play. They lead 20-13. Mr. Jefferson gets a little rest.
Little congratulations from all of his teammates, too. Fine route, great speed, good concentration, amazing for a rookie.
Dan Fouts and John Jefferson combining for a big play here. Cliff Olander will kick off. Eddie Payton, the man in the middle deep. Payton ranking 3rd in the AFC in kickoff returns with a 28.1 average. Olander ready to put it into play. Payton at the 10, at the 20, 25, and got near the 30. Hank Bauer, 37, the running back on the specialty unit, making the stop, a 19-yard return. And Kansas City will now have the opportunity to see if they can tie it up again. They've been behind before in this ball game. Didn't take long, did it?
Awful quick when you go by the air.
Marv Levy shading his eyes, looking out at his club. Livingston, the quarterback. Handoff in the middle to Tony Reed, and it was read very well by Kelcher and Jones.
The old Syracuse scissors. That's going back, huh?
Our old friend Floyd Little used to run that one pretty well.
Real well, as a matter of fact.
Leroy Jones out of Norfolk State, played in Canada. He's another fella came from the LA Rams. Ball just over the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 8. A little delay to McKnight. Gets to the 34-yard line and is pulled back by Don Good. Look out, look out. Good, number 50. Into it a little bit there.
And off to number 22, Ted McKnight.
With Ted McKnight.
Too early for tempers to flare. It's only the 3rd quarter.
Number 50, Don Good. And number 55, Bob Moore.
McKnight on the quick draw. They're trying to get it in there quickly. He slips by Kelcher on the inside. But Don Good isn't going to let him go anywhere. Come back here and I'm going to roll you over 2 more times and then I'm going to fix you. Look out.
You saw Condon working on Kelcher. 3rd down 5 at the 34-yard line. MacArthur Lane is in there. Dorsey is in there. The throw is complete to Tony Reed for a 1st down at the 43-yard line. Hal Stringard on the coverage.
Number 32, Tony Reed.
Livingston putting that one on consignment to Reed.
I said he could run the football with anybody. He can also catch the football. He's only in his 2nd year.
11 first downs now for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Perfect throw. A key 1st down, and you must complete those 3rd down passes if the wing T is to be successful.
Stringard playing rather soft on the corner. 2:55 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Play action fake to McKnight. The throw complete to Reed. Reed's at the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. Another 1st down. Livingston's had a lot of fun throwing to Reed this afternoon. Ray Preston, the extra linebacker, 52 on the tackle.
The problems in the pass offense have obviously come from the fact that the players are learning the wing tee, but boy, Mike Livingston got it together today, picking out all the open receivers, especially hitting his backs well out of the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Morgado gets a couple of very hard-earned yards and broke through, but I think they whistled the ball dead. Now let's see, they're going to give him the credit down to the 35-yard line.
What a great effort.
Glenn Edwards on the tackle. Morgado with continuous effort. I thought they had whistled it down, but he went through to the 35 where it'll be 2nd down and a short 2.
Look at Morgado. He will not give up. He stacked up, hit dead center. It looks like he goes down, but his center of gravity kept him up in the air, and that's a tremendous extra effort.
Henry Marshall is out. Samuels is in. 2 tight ends in there. And it is Morgado, and he is met by Leroy Jones. Didn't get the first down. Leroy got him. We'll pause briefly now for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
WDAF TV for Kansas City.
With Mike Haffner, this is Jay Randolph. We're in San Diego. Hope you're enjoying it. 20-13. The Chargers lead. 3rd and 3 coming for Kansas City at the 36-yard line of the Chargers.
Going to have to put it up, Jay.
Give it to Morgado, and he is very close to the first down. Morgado really doing a job. Louis Kelcher, 74 on the tackle. Very close.
Might be short by inches, but it'll give him a shot at 4th and inches to go for it.
You see Mike Livingston looking down the line. Are they going to bring the chains in? They are.
It's going to be short by about 3 inches. Let's see how the eyes are today, huh?
Oh, you called it.
Maybe 6 inches.
Maybe 6. Well, here is a big call coming up, and they send Tony Samuels, the extra tight end, in there. They're going to go.
No other decision. You go for it right here.
Kansas City's 9th 3rd down situation. Converted 3. At 12 first downs. Here's the play. McKnight in motion. Morgado got it. The first down for Arnold Morgado. Gary Johnson, big hand, 79 on the tackle. Morgado hurdling for the first down.
Oh, Superman's at it again. He can really get after it. Plus, again, I must say the offensive line for Kansas City beat San Diego at the snap.
And we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, the Chargers 20, Kansas City Chiefs 13. No, you'll want to take a look at these 3rd quarter stats right now.
Kansas City moving up in the rushing department, but really throwing the ball well today. My hat's off to Mike Livingston. Outstanding game.
At the 30-yard line, Kansas City, 1st and 10 to go. We go to the 4th quarter here. They've been 8 plays in this drive. They've eaten up a lot of time. The handoff going to Reed. Reed down to the 25, near the 24-yard line. Leading the way, number 50, Don Good, the linebacker. There's that address to send your tax-deductible contribution to help our American Olympic athletes. Box 1980N, Cathedral Station, Boston, Massachusetts, 02118.
Oh, and I can't wait for those 80 Olympics. Oh, yes.
You'll see the summer games from Moscow and other venues in Russia right here on NBC. Hand off to Morgado at the 20, the 15, to the 13-yard line. Morgado having a fine second half. Fuller, 42, the strong safety. Glenn Edwards, the free safety, 27. making the stop. First down. One of the Chargers shaken up at the 13-yard line. It appears to be Mike Fuller, number 42, who made that tackle.
And again, an outstanding block by 65 Tom Congdon. Oh, he did well.
Rick McDonald and Jim Hammond attending to the injured player. 14:06 to play in this ball game. 20-13. The Chargers lead Kansas City.
There again is a look at Tom Congdon, 65. What a job he's done blocking against Louis Kelcher today. Arnold Morgado again is going to buy him dinner after the game.
Keith King, 31, now at strong safety, replacing Mike Fuller. Morgado, Belton, and Reed in the backfield now. The handoff to Tony Reed. Reed near the 10. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker, 55, doing a job on him. Reed now with about 25 yards on the day, and Morgado was 71. Final score, Atlanta over New Orleans. Bartkowski to Jackson, a 57-yard touchdown pass with 10 seconds left. Baltimore leading Seattle 10-7. They're in the third quarter. Tony Leonard has kicked a field goal from 22 out in the second period. Second down and 8. Handoff to Morgado. And he gets maybe to the 8-yard line. Louis Kelcher and Gary Johnson, the two tackles, doing a job there. Mike Fuller is back in the lineup for the Chargers as you look at Arnold Morgado, the Hawaiian. Dallas leading Green Bay in the third quarter. Staubach is thrown to Billy Joe Dupree for a touchdown. Cardinals trying to make it 3 in a row. 16-3 over San Francisco, third quarter.
Hooray for Bud.
Here's the throw that is complete to Tony Reed at the 3-yard line. Bob Horn, the middle linebacker, made the stop. And they're short of the first down there. It's going to be fourth and about 1.5.
They're going for it, Jay. No field goal here.
You see Ted McKnight coming in. Tony Samuels, the extra tight end, is in. Ray Preston, 52, an extra linebacker in for the Chargers. They go with 4 linebackers. Here we go. Fourth and about 1.5.
A big play, folks. Oh.
That's McKnight in motion, rolling and throwing. Oh, no, the pass intended for Reed. Let him a little bit, but he had a chance to make the catch. Fuller on the coverage.
Too tough a catch. You let him just too much. No chance for Tony Reed. He made a dive. Couldn't get it.
A big opportunity goes by the boards. 11 minutes, 46 seconds to play. 20-13, Chargers lead it. Marv Levy made the decision moments ago to go for the first down of the touchdown, and it didn't go, and I'm sure he's wondering whether he should have kicked the field goal at this point. But he might second guess himself. Let's see what the Chiefs can do defensively. Lydell Mitchell, who has played sparingly here in the second half because he's been bothered a little bit by a sore calf muscle, we're told. Hit by Clarence Sanders. Gain of about 2. Charlie Joyner, number 18, into the game, and the extra tight end, McCrary, coming out. So it is Jefferson, 83, and Joyner, 18, the wide receivers. 2nd and 8 from the 5-yard line. Lydell Mitchell again getting the call, and he gets it to the 8-yard line. Whitney Paul, 53, making the stop. Also number 50, Clarence Sanders. Sanders playing for Dave Rozamek, who was injured in the first half, and playing very creditably, I should say. In fact, I did say.
You need that great linebacker play in the 3-4 set.
Third down, a long 4.
Important, too.
Very important call here for the Chargers. 10.5 minutes to play. Fouts giving it to Lydell Mitchell. Penalty markers down. Whitney Paul and Gary Spaney on the tackle.
No gain. Penalty flag on the field.
Oh, it's against the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are upset.
I don't think it'll give them the first down, though. Or will it?
I don't know. It's going to be very close. I think it will.
Oh, it will.
It's close.
Oh, does that hurt?
That's what they're asking about right now. You see Emmett Thomas, senior man service-wise for the Kansas City Chiefs. Emmett's saying, "Are you sure?" The line judge is Fred Swearingen. And now you see referee Fred Wyant pace it off. And it is a first down.
Offside, number 52, defense, first down.
Thomas Howard was offside. The outside linebacker gives the Chargers a little breathing room out at the 14-yard line.
That's a big break for San Diego.
Chargers leading 20-13. Bo Matthews going down near the 15-yard line. Gary Barbaro, the weak safety, came up to undercut him. Also, Ted Bergmeyer, 48. We'll say again, Bergmeyer picked up 3 weeks ago, number 48. Originally a Miami draft choice, picked up as a free agent, played at Notre Dame. He was picked up when Ricky Odom was waived. And Bergmeyer is playing for the injured Tim Gray at strong safety. There's the first down statistics. Clock running with 9:50 to play. It is second down and 9 from the 15. Fumble. Covering it, Lydell Mitchell. Thomas Howard bounced in there also, but Mitchell got it. Second time today, Fouts has had problems with Don Masick, his center.
Fouts has had problems with his ribs. And I'll tell you, if you make a funny turn and don't get the handle on the ball, and look at Don Coryell up in the corner of your screen, he doesn't like that at all. Oh, how can he do that to me? I can hear him now.
Lydell Mitchell joined by Don Woods, 33 in the backfield, 3rd and 13. Handoff to Woods, stopped. And it's going to be punting time for the Chargers.
Fans don't like that either. They wanted him to throw for the first down.
Clarence Sanders and Thomas Howard, 50 and 52, the linebackers making the play. Jeff West will come on to punt as Fouts goes off and talks things over.
The adrenaline is pumping in Peyton's older brother. Eddie's got a shot.
For the Chargers, number 80, Jeff West.
There is Peyton. Now he's got a little bit of a sun problem. He's right where the shadow, the dark and the light come together. Let's see where the punt comes though. Now he's going to be able to take it in the shade at the 50. It's to the 45, steps away, down to the 40, still going, and is down to the 37-yard line. It was a 37-yard punt. Fine return by Peyton, stopped by Artie Owens, number 85. The Chiefs will have it in good shape when we come back with 8:17 left to play in this game. There's a statistic that will give the Kansas City fans some heart here. Of course, there's another statistic that's not very...
That'll take it away from him, huh?
Helpful. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action pass coming up. Out it comes to McKnight. And McKnight goes down at the 33-yard line. Hit hard by Woody Lowe. Walter White was downfield, Mike Haffner, near the 10-yard line. Uncovered.
Wasn't a soul around. They'll remember that one.
Livingston is 10 out of 16 for 165 yards. Don't forget, coming up when we're concluded here, all the scores and highlights from around the league on the Sperry NFL Report. 7.5 minutes to play. 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line. Morgado got about a yard. Gary Big Hands Johnson on the tackle. Morgado, starting his 4th successive game today, and each of the first 3 was the busiest rusher, and he's been busy again today. Led the team in 2 of those 3 games.
He's been the force today.
Livingston has started 8 of the first 10 games this season. Adams started against Tampa Bay and against Oakland. 3rd down, 2. Handoff going to McKnight. And he is inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. Fred Dean on the tackle, 1st down.
Arnold Morgado was the guy who sprung him outside with the lead block. McKnight obviously made it the 1st down. Nice when the backs block for each other.
15 first downs credited to these Kansas City Chiefs. Clock running with 6:20 to play. The Chiefs down by 7, 20-13. 1st down at the 23-yard line. McKnight coming in motion, the fake to him. Livingston back against the grain, and the receiver fell down. At the 10-yard line, the receiver, Tony Reed, slipped as he went for the ball. He was open.
I think Livingston threw it behind him a little bit.
Maybe a little, you're right.
He tried to stop, and that's what made his feet come out from under him. But still,
this is a natural turf field, and I'm told that after the heavy rains of yesterday, it was rather soft down there today. 2nd down and 10 coming. The clock stopped with 6:10 to play.
As my old receiver coach used to tell me, there is no excuse for falling down, no matter what.
He was right, too. Again, McKnight is in motion. He takes it, hands it back to Reed. Reed trying to get outside, does, and Reed is out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a 1st down on the reverse. He outran Louis Kelcher, and then he got the job done. Run out of bounds by Hal Stringer. Tony Reed, a big play.
What a great play by the all-purpose running back. Inside, he has the power. Look at the handoff now to McKnight. And you have to work on this so you don't blow those handoffs. There are 3 up there. Now watch the great speed. Kelcher's no slowpoke for a big guy either. Reed does an excellent job. Oh, big
1st
play.
down at the 11. They could get a 1st down without getting the touchdown. 6 minutes to play. McKnight to the 5-yard line. They're running the football. This is a very inspired Kansas City club. Earlier, they went on 4th and 1.5 down at the 3-yard line and didn't make it when they had a chance. Good, and Edwards on the tackle.
Watch the slashing run by 22, McKnight. He uses his blockers well, sees the hole. Now watch the burst of speed right there. That's what gave him that extra yardage. Good running.
Kansas City calling a timeout. Mike Livingston trotting over to talk with the board of directors.
The Brain Trust going to tell him what play is going to get him in the end zone.
43,873 sitting in on the action this afternoon. Reed now with 37 yards rushing. McKnight with 32. Morgado with 75. Reminder that next Sunday on NBC, NFL 78 will come your way, and they've got Jamie the Greek on. And then those 12:30 games will have be followed with Buffalo, Tampa Bay, New England at the Jets, San Diego at Minnesota. Then Cleveland at Baltimore, Seattle at Kansas City. And then we have the Cincinnati at Pittsburgh action. And don't forget Thanksgiving Day, when you'll have an opportunity to see Denver at Detroit. Also, you're going to see a special feature beginning at 12 Eastern Time, how they win the Heisman. And there's a lot of politics, a lot of interesting voting. I'm one of the voters.
I voted too this week.
Also, you'll see a feature called Timeout for Kids and What's Happened to Denver. I don't know what's happened to Denver. We'll find out. Denver at Detroit. That's Thanksgiving Day on NBC. 4 linebackers in there now for the Chargers. This drive began on the Charger 37. At 8:17, we now have 5.5 to play. 2nd down, 4. Livingston throwing, and his receiver slipped down, Walter White. Coverage over there by number 50, good. There's White. They're having trouble with the footing down there and cutting and trying to go for the ball. And it's going to bring up 3rd down 4 for the first down. 3rd down 5 for the touchdown. If you're just joining us, Kansas City had an opportunity in the 3rd quarter. Didn't go for the field goal, went for the first down inside the 5-yard line on 4th and 1.5. Didn't make it when Reed couldn't hold on to a pass that was thrown a bit too far in front of him. But he had a chance. He just didn't do it. Now, here is another big play in this game.
They got to gain 2 if they run it.
Up the middle, Morgado. He's got a touchdown. Morgado with a great effort. Oh, what a fine play by Morgado. And the Chiefs congratulate a very happy Hawaiian.
And again, number 65, Tom Congdon, was the guy who cleared it out. Morgado was going to run inside Congdon. Saw him make his down block, split outside, extra effort. Watch this. This is what football's all about close to the goal line. Excellent job by Simmons, 73. And look at Morgado. He will not give up. He is in the end zone. And Kansas City's bananas.
And the point is up. And it is good. The point after is good. And we are tied at 20. 5:22 left to play in this game. Well, you look at the drive, the time it took, and you can just say that Tom Congdon and Arnold Morgado had an awful lot to do with it.
They certainly did, Jay. They got the last touchdown for Kansas City also with some fine blocking and some trap running inside.
Anderson kicking off, a short kick. Anderson and Owens are back there. This is Artie Owens at the 25, over the 30 to the 31. Owens first in the AFC kickoff return race with a 29.1 average, stopped by Tim Collier, number 44.
I might point out why Andrusician kicks off instead of Jan Stenerud. Stenerud hits the line drive that can be easily returned. They like the height on Andrusician's kicks. That one was short. They didn't get a good run back because Kansas City covered it well.
Fouts has only thrown 7 times today.
Not like him.
And off to Lydell Mitchell. Mitchell out to the 34-yard line. Gary Spaney, 59, making the tackle. Next week, Seattle is at Arrowhead Stadium. The Seahawks playing Baltimore this afternoon. Then San Diego will come in, and then Buffalo. Oh, you folks in the Kansas City area will have a chance to see these Chiefs. Don't forget, coming up, after the action is over here, the scores and highlights from around the National Football League on the Sperry NFL Report.
And we could be here for a while, Jay, at 2020 with 5 minutes to go.
It's now 4.5 minutes to go, and Fouts is going to put it up. He's got his man. Jefferson was all alone at the 43-yard line. Barbaro makes the tackle, and Barbaro and Jefferson have a word or two.
Jefferson beat that zone defense, and again, I pointed out earlier, the young man knows how to run patterns for a rookie. He knows how to find the seam. Watch this, how wide open he is. He's beating the linebackers, and he's in between the 2 defensive backs. Barbaro made him pay for the catch, so that might be why there's a little bit of ruckus going on. Receivers never like to get hit anyway.
First down at the 43-yard line. Handoff going to Bo Matthews. He gets 1, maybe 2 yards before Gary Spaney wraps him up. The score tied at 20. The clock running with 3:40 to play.
Going to be a little pressure on the slightly ailing Benershka if he has to come in for a field goal.
Benershka missed an extra point in the early going in this ball game. And that set up the situation where we have this tie. There's Benershka
with his automatic holder. That would have put me out of the NFL about 5 years before my career ended.
Fouts throwing and completing it to Joyner. Joyner breaks away and goes down to the 15-yard line. Let's make it the 14-yard line. He broke away from Whitney. He broke away from Gary Barbaro, and Whitney Paul had to finally get out and get the job done. And We have 2:50 to play in this game. A 26-yard play. Fouts to Joyner.
You never know when something's going to happen. He thought he had a perfect tackle. Joyner got away.
Clock running with 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Chargers, who have come right back here. Mitchell slanting down to the 12. And Thomas Howard on the tackle, number 52 for the Chiefs. 67. Art Still and Don Perry, 61 also there. Clock running down, and we'll be getting the 2-minute warning. And it will be given right now. The clock stopping with 2 minutes left to play in regulation time. Timeout as both benches are notified. 2020. We'll be back here in San Diego right after this. Fouts has talked it over. We might guess with you that he might be throwing to Lydell Mitchell, who is the top running back in the AFC in catches with 38 coming into today's game, and he hasn't thrown to him, Mike.
Hasn't thrown to him one time. Maybe he's lulled the Chief defense to sleep. Let's watch.
2nd down and 8 at the 12-yard line. The handoff goes to Mitchell. He stumbled, and he just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Mitchell now with 24 carries and 120 yards. About 6 for 9 for 114 yards.
Lydell Mitchell this time using his slip and slide, as he says. He's just waiting to see where that hole is going to develop, and there isn't any hole because Gary Barber was up there to greet him.
And Clarence Sanders again making a fine play along with Don Parrish. Timeout is called. 1:47 left. Looking at the timeout situations, the Chiefs have 1 timeout remaining, and the Chargers have 2. They still have 3 on the board. Coming up, a Sperry NFL report for you with scores and highlights. Well, this has been some football game, 20 all. At the end of the first period, it was 6-0. A touchdown by Bauer. Benershka missing the extra point. Stenerud, 8:22 of the second period, 39-yard field goal to make it 6-3. Then, with 1:58 left in the second period, Bauer scored again. Benershka kicked the point, 13-3. Stenerud's 20-yard field goal with 1 second left in the first half made it 13-6. Morgado scored at 10:55 of the third. Stenerud tying it. Then it was Jefferson scoring on a pass from Fouts, 45-yarder. 5:09 of the third, make it 20-13. Morgado again, 5:22 of the fourth to tie it up. Here's a pass going out to Hank Bauer, or to Don Woods, excuse me, number 33. Woods swept out of bounds over there by Sanders, along with Ted Bergmeyer.
Now they got to kick the field goal, and there's still plenty of time for Kansas City to get it back in Stenerud range.
1.5 minutes to play. Benershka, who has been bothered with an intestinal infection for weeks, in a weakened condition, had an extra point blocked when he didn't get it up. He is 11 for 15 field goals on the season. He's lost over 15 pounds because of this infection.
This is where the field goal kicker feels the pressure. He's got a stomach ailment. This isn't going to help right now.
At one point, he kicked 12 consecutive field goals last season. The record in the National Football League is held by Jan Stenerud, 16 in a row.
Both right here, huh?
Rolf Benershka. His daddy is one of the curators of the world-famed San Diego Zoo here, and he himself, a brilliant zoology student, went to University of California, Davis. And right now, it's up to Benershka. Although I might mention, because of his weakened condition, Mike, we could get a fake here. Fuller has been known on many occasions to run with this football or to throw it out of this field goal situation. It'll come from the 18, a 28-yard attempt. It's on the way. And it is good. The 28-yard field goal with 1:27 remaining puts the Chargers back in the lead at 23-20.
Big smile on Ralph Bernishka's face. That makes all that pain feel a little better.
Still got a lot of football to play. I think the board is wrong. It shows the Chiefs with no timeouts remaining, and that is a mistake.
They've got at least 2. We'll try and get an official check on that.
I want to check, we get with our official stats people and check on the timeouts remaining because the board here has it wrong, I'm sure. Well, there is Don Coryell and his specialty unit.
They don't want to let him get a long return on this one.
23-20. Bernishka will kick off this time. They have been using Cliff Olander. Well, the officials tell us that the Chiefs do not have any more timeouts, but I think they've charged the Chiefs with a San Diego timeout, but we'll wait and see about that. Eddie Payton will be the deep man. There is Ralph Bernishka, who just kicked the field goal from 28 yards out.
They gave him the day off kicking because of his physical problems, but now they figure he's got one good shot left.
All right, we do get it official now. The Chiefs do not have any more timeouts remaining. You saw Marv Levy talking it over.
He might have been trying to find out where that other timeout went.
I don't know what the wait is for. Oh, one of the officials, apparently. Now I see referee Fred Wyatt. The officials had some problem apparently down below, and they were taking care of that. Now we're ready. We have the entire complement of officials back and ready to go.
I think he had a little tear in his britches. Had to tape it up.
Sperry NFL report is coming up for you. 23-20, the Chargers. 1:27 left. Bernishka will kick off. First time we've seen him kick off today.
Field position will be all important for Kansas City.
A low kick coming down. It's going to be handled by Belton. Belton almost didn't get it. Belton hit at the 29-yard line. Horace couldn't find the handle. Pete Shaw hit him. And Kansas City, without any timeouts, will have to operate from their own 29. They have to go 71 yards to score the touch or get within field goal range for Jan Stenerud. They've got Dorsey and Marshall, 80 and 89, the wide receivers. MacArthur Lane, 42, with Tony Reed, 32 in the backfield. Marv Levy looking out at the scene. Mike Livingston is quarterback. But another fine performance for the Chiefs. See if they can tie it up or pull it out. The pass out to Reed. Reed gets up to the 38-yard line.
They got to hurry, hurry, hurry.
Tackle made by Louis Kelcher. A minute, 15 to play. Second down and 1. Livingston going again to Reed. He's out of bounds with a minute and 4 to go. Woodrow low on the coverage. The gain for a first down up to the 47-yard line.
2 perfect plays. A nice screen pass to Tony Reed, then the out pattern to stop the clock. He's playing it perfectly with no timeouts left.
One minute and 4 seconds remaining. Chiefs out of timeouts. Chargers lead at 23-20.
Right now they're shooting for that Charger 30-yard line, Jay.
At right end now for the Chargers, 73. Dejournay replaces Fred Dean. Livingston going and completing it Tony Reed again. Fumble. Reed got it inside the 45.
Wait a minute.
Kansas City going to keep the football or not?
They're going to give it to Kansas City, I think.
Kansas City has the football, and the Chargers don't like this call. Clock running now with 52 seconds left. The ball down at the 43-yard line.
What a break.
45 seconds to play. Livingston swings it out to Reed. Reed heading downfield, gets to the 35. It's a first down. Tackle made by 55, Bob Horn. 28 seconds to play.
They're within range of Stenerud if he can crank one.
20 seconds to play. The throw to the far sideline, complete to Marshall. Marshall steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Jan Stenerud standing along the sideline.
He kicked it right now, Jay, to be a 48-yard field goal. That's a lot of pressure for Stenerud.
Stenerud's longest this season, 46 yards.
They need a couple more, one more play before they go for the field goal.
18 seconds remaining. 23-20. The Chargers lead it. Boy, it's been a fine ball game. Here they come with Marshall going right. Dorsey going left. The pass overthrown. Stops the clock with 14 seconds. He was going for Henry Marshall. Marshall cut back down the sideline. The pass went way wide right.
The problem with no timeouts is you cannot throw the ball over the middle where you might get a man open for a 20-yard gain, but then you wouldn't be able to stop the clock and get the field goal off. So they've got to go to the sidelines. The Chargers know that. They'll have everybody and their brother on the sidelines to stop the out pattern. Tough pressure for Kansas City.
Livingston, 15 of 24, 202 yards. They're yelling defense. 43,000 watching it with you. 14 seconds to play. The pass goes to MacArthur Lane, and Lane is out of bounds at the 30. No gain on the play. 7 seconds. They got to kick it now.
Got to kick it now, and it's a 48-yarder, Jay.
Jan Stenerud is on.
Now they'll make it a 47. He got 1 yard on that play, so they'll kick it with the snap at the 30. 7 yards back.
It will come from the 37, a 47-yarder. It's on the way. It is good. It hits the bar and bounces over. It hits the bar and bounces over with 2 seconds left to go. Stenerud bounced it through. And we have a tie with 2 seconds left at 23.
Oh, my goodness. Stenerud's done a lot of things, but you only remember what happened today, and he is a superhero right now.
Ricochet romance right over the ball. Officially a 47-yard field goal, his longest of the season. 2 seconds left to play.
Oh, look at Jan. Look at him. He says, I love it, and he loves Jan Stenerud.
7th all-time leading scorer in the National Football League, Don Coryell. Disturbed right now. Jan receiving congratulations.
Look at that smile.
Oh, how many times over these years has he done the job? That one needed a little nudge, hitting the bar and going through. Now, 2 seconds left. And Andrusician to kick off. The 30-yard line, it is fielded, but we're out of time. And we're going to be going to overtime here. It's the second overtime game of the afternoon. Earlier, the Washington Redskins defeated the Giants in overtime by 3 points. And now we're going to have overtime here. We've got one of the Chargers injured and shaken up down at the 30-yard line. It's Hal Stringert. We're going to have the toss of the coin. Fred Wyatt, the referee. We are going to overtime, or as our old friend Kurt Gowdy would say, sudden victory.
Sudden victory.
Fred Wyatt setting things straight.
Remember the AFL playoff where a Kansas City captain chose to kick off? I know the Kansas City fans will remember. I won't mention any names.
There is the toss of the coin. The Chiefs.
Got it.
They want the ball. You heard them say it. The Chiefs win the toss, and they want the ball.
We want that ball. I heard it.
It was 6-0. San Diego at the end of the first period. 13-6, San Diego at half. 20-13, San Diego at the end of 3. And we're tied at 23 all. At the end of regulation play, the score 23-23. We'll return with sudden action in a moment, right after these messages from your local station. Don Coryell on the right. The two coaches, we've played a full football game, and we're going to start even at 23. The Kansas City Chiefs trying to win their 7th consecutive game, Mike Haffner, here in San Diego. The Chiefs 4-6 on the year, 3-3 under Don Coryell. Felt they had to win here today to have any shot at the playoffs. The Chiefs, of course, this would be some win for them. Even though they're 2-8, it would be a very meaningful victory.
Meaningful is the right word. The last 3 weeks, they've only won once, but they played excellent football against a couple of very great teams. Oakland, Cleveland.
Pittsburgh, they played pretty well against.
Played pretty well, too. Marv Levy. Oh, the rebuilding program is working in Kansas City, and the fans love it.
Can't get over the job that Mitchell did in the first half here for San Diego, and Morgado did in the second half for Kansas City. Cliff Olander is going to kick off when we start the overtime period. Kansas City has won the toss. Eddie Payton is the deep back. Here we go. It is Eddie Payton at the 5, at the 15, the 20, out to the 25-yard line. Payton. Pete Shaw, 44 on the tackle.
The momentum is on the side of Kansas City as they won the toss and tied it up on a last-second field goal. Eddie Payton looking for a way to go and runs right into his own man Lindstrom, and that cost him maybe an extra break or a couple extra yards.
This is Jay Randolph with Mike Haffner. We're in overtime. Score tied 23 all. Arnold Morgado out to the 28-yard line. 51, Woodrow Lowe on the tackle, the right linebacker. Lowe out of Alabama.
Kansas City has the right offense for an overtime game. They play good control football. They don't make many mistakes, and that is the key in overtime. You must execute.
2nd down and 7. Morgado again gets outside at the 35, out to the 40, the 41-yard line, a first down for the Chiefs. Arnold Morgado running that football. Glenn Edwards made the tackle.
Morgado has been the man ever since the start of the second half. There's Tom Congdon, number 65, with an excellent block again. And Morgado's got a pasture to run through, lots of room, and he has fired this Chief club up.
13 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Overtime, 23 all. Chargers and Chiefs. First down from the 41. Morgado again. Gets 2 yards. Hard-earned yards. Louis Kelcher hanging on to him.
You don't beat Kelcher every time. And again, they're setting up that wing T offense and trying to stuff it right down San Diego's throat.
Let's call it a gain of 1 yard to the 42. Second down and 9. This is McKnight. McKnight getting it to the 45-yard line. Jay Randolph and Mike Haffner, San Diego Stadium, the Shadows, the score 23-all in overtime. 12 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the overtime period. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 coming for Kansas City. They won the toss in this overtime period. They have MacArthur Lane now in the backfield and another wide receiver, Larry Dorsey, in there as they go to the pro set. Mike Livingston, the quarterback. Livingston complete up at the 42-yard line to MacArthur Lane. A first down, and the drive stays alive.
Mac Lane hasn't done anything all day, but he is the leading pass receiver out of the backfield for the Chiefs, and he did it. Great catch.
Al Stringert made the tackle. Lane and Dorsey go out, and they go back to the wing tee with Reed, 32, Morgado, 21, and McKnight, 22. We are in overtime here, 23-all. They've turned the lights on here in San Diego. That's McKnight in motion. Morgado. Morgado to the 40-yard line and down to the 39. If you've just joined us, Morgado has just had a tremendous afternoon. He picked his ball club up in the second half and has really done a job. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. We're going to do some scores for you. Houston defeated New England. Washington in overtime, 16-13 over the Giants. 2nd down and 3. Morgado close to the first down. I don't think he got it. Fred Dean, 71, wrapped him up for the Chargers. Philadelphia beating the Jets, 17-9. Miami, 1-point victory over Buffalo.
Bills playing well.
Delvin Williams had a big day. Tampa Bay losing to Detroit. 3rd down. Denver, a big win for them, 19-7 at Cleveland. Minnesota, 17-14 over Chicago. Atlanta beat New Orleans, 20-17. Here is 3rd and 1. Morgado now with 101 yards in this game. McKnight in motion. Morgado gets the call. I think he got the first down. We're going to wait till they unravel it.
And on to Morgado.
Gary Big Hands Johnson, the right tackle, in there to make the stop.
Where they put it down counts, Jay. He may be a little short.
It is very, very close. Marv Levy yelling out. Levy, who was an assistant under George Allen. Here comes the measurement. 10 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in overtime.
Just short.
There it comes. It is just about 1 foot. Just about a foot.
Oh, you go for it here every day of the week. No decision whatsoever. To make this first down here, it might push San Diego right over the edge.
4 linebackers in there now for the Chargers. 4th and about a foot at the 37-yard line. Everybody up for the Chargers. Morgado behind the quarterback. Morgado gets the call. Let's see where they put it down. Let's see where they put it down.
They're going to give him the first down. It was a great second effort. He dove backwards, I think.
Morgado stopped by number 71, Fred Dean.
Here in San Diego, they'll be bringing in the change. This is Jay Randolph along with Mike Haffner. The Chiefs and the Chargers, 23-all. We're in overtime with 10:15 to play, and we have just had Morgado try to get a first down. Did he get it? Morgado, with over 100 yards in this game, got the first down, and the Chargers keep moving with his football.
What a day for Arnold Morgado. He took over in the second half after Lydell Mitchell had dominated the game. There he is, the Hawaii Rainbow, number 21, and he has been the man. That's all there is to it.
If you're joining us, it was 6-0 San Diego at the end of the first. 13-6 San Diego at halftime. 20-13 San Diego at the end of 3. Tied 23 all at the end of regulation play. First and 10 at the 36-yard line. Play action pass over the middle. Complete. McKnight. McKnight is inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. McKnight had only caught 2 passes coming into today's game. We're going to pause briefly now for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
WDAF TV for Kansas City.
With Mike Haffner, Jay Randolph in San Diego. Sudden victory or sudden death, depending on your point of view. Overtime, 9 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Second down and 2 at the 28. Morgado down to the 25, to the 24. Woodrow Lowe, number 51, the right side linebacker, wrapping him up.
Jan Stenerud with 7 seconds left to go in the game. Put this into overtime, and they're well within his range now. Well within it.
The Chargers 4-6 on the year. There's the man whose field goal from 47 yards out bounced over the bar to tie this game at 23. The veteran Jan Stenerud.
His longest of the year, and it came at the right time.
8 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in overtime. First and 10 at the 23. McKnight cuts it in at the 20, down to the 15-yard line. And the Chiefs are just running right at the Chargers. Glenn Edwards made the stop. Because of the length of today's football game, the wonderful world of Disney will be seen immediately following this telecast over most of these NBC stations. And we want to apologize right after you see this.
Look at Ted McKnight. He knows that they got a shot. They got a shot to put this thing away. That was a slashing run down to the 15-yard line.
And we'll apologize because of the length of this game. There will be no Sperry NFL report. And here's Morgado inside the 15, got to the 14-yard line. The middle linebacker, Bob Horn, stopped him about a yard shy of the first down. Don Good is also there. Lydell Mitchell had over 100 yards in this ball game. Morgado's had over 100. There's Don Coryell, 54 years old. There is Marv Levy, the new coach of the Chiefs. There is Jan Stenerud, who tied it. Now Tony Samuels, 81, is in for the Chiefs. They'll have a double tight end set. 4 linebackers in for the Chargers. Everybody up. Third down, 1. McKnight in motion. Morgado again. I don't know. Fumble! Morgado fumble! The Chiefs have it. Mike Fuller. The strong safety comes up with it. And just when it looked like the Chiefs were going to move in, they had it going their way. Morgado, the hero in this second half, coughed it up.
Boy, that's when the wind comes right out of your sails. This game is not over yet.
No, it's not over. No question about that.
Field position is definitely in favor of the Chiefs, but oh, how do you get the adrenaline pumping again when you cough one up with victory right in the palm of your hand?
Dan Fouts is asking for quiet. The quarterback hands it off to Lydell Mitchell. And Mitchell slants out over the 20-yard line to the 21. Clarence Sanders, number 50. Whitney Paul, 53, making the tackle. Lydell Mitchell, who came from Baltimore. Joe Washington going to the Colts.
Stick again. And look at that fumble. Morgado trying to get the first down. The ball is knocked out by number 71, Red D.
Some people will wonder, maybe they should have kicked the field goal down there.
Nah, you hold on to that ball, make sure.
Now they coughed it up and have given the Chargers a chance. 6:45 to play in overtime. 23 all. Fouts straight back over the middle, and it is complete. Bob Klein, the tight end.
That's complete. Number 84.
Klein gets the first down at the 28-yard line. Clarence Sanders on the tackle. You don't think they should have considered kicking the field goal?
Third down and 1. Why not try for the first down? You got plenty of time left. Hindsight's 20/20. If it had kicked the field goal, it would have been over with. You're right.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line for the Chargers. into the second man through Lydell Mitchell. Might have lost a half a yard. Leading the way for Kansas City. Thomas Howard, 52. Don Parrish, 61. 75, Sylvester Hicks.
If you look at that field goal situation, the head coach and all of his coaches talk about it on the sideline. If they miss the field goal, then you give incentive to San Diego. If you make the first down and keep driving until you're forced into the field goal, then there's not so much turn of momentum.
Denver won today. Oakland plays tomorrow. The Chargers felt they had to win this game to have any shot at the playoffs. The pass complete to John Jefferson. Jefferson at the 45-yard line, a first down for the Chargers. Tackle made by the veteran Emmett Thomas playing the corner.
And time becomes a big factor now.
5 minutes and 5 seconds to play. The Chiefs may be hurting a little bit in the secondary, although it's a bit amazing to both of us that the Chargers have not thrown more often today with the injuries to Gary Green and Tim Gray.
They've got problems back there, but Fouts hasn't put it up that often.
Lydell Mitchell to midfield and into Kansas City territory near the 49-yard line. Gary Spaney makes the stop. Mitchell now 26 carries, 126 yards.
What an afternoon for Lydell. Number 26, he's proven he's one of the best.
Fouts is 9 out of 12 for 136. We're in overtime here in San Diego. 4:20 to play. Score tied at 23. Second down and 4. Lydell Mitchell close to a first down at the 45-yard line. Don Parrish on the tackle. Ted Bergmeyer also in there. 43,000 came through the turnstiles. Most of them have stayed.
They're going to measure, and I'm going to give them a first down by 1.5 inches.
Referee Fred Wyan and his crew taking a look at it. First down. 4 minutes to play in overtime.
And if you don't score in overtime, it ends in a tie. We don't keep playing.
Banershka, we have to go back to him, the kicker for the Chargers. There he is, bothered by an intestinal infection. Missed an extra point in the first period.
That's why we're here.
San Diego with 19 first downs. Kansas City has 22. First and 10 at the 45. Fouts over the middle, overthrows John Jefferson, who was in the clear. Jefferson between the seam at the 35 could have gotten some yardage down near, I would say, the 25 had he been able to hold on, but the ball was thrown too tall. Clock stopped with 3:37 to play.
Number 52, Thomas Howard, the linebacker, got in the way of Jefferson, made him adjust his route, and therefore the throw wasn't in the right spot.
We play only one overtime. That's all there is. If nobody scores, it would end 23 all.
That's all there is.
Here's Fouts on 2nd and 10. Throwing for Charlie Joyner. Ball might have been tipped. It looked like somebody might have got a hand on it. Joyner couldn't get to it. Let's see if it was tipped.
Don Coryell will be watching this pass play. Let's see if the ball is tipped. Fouts had Charlie Joyner on an inside move. I just think he threw it down and away.
I don't think it was tipped.
No reaction.
On the flight it was. In the line of scrimmage, possibly. There's Coryell. What a great career he had here at San Diego State. Now coaching the San Diego Chargers.
Right where he wanted to be all the time. Huh?
3rd and 10.
Big down.
Fouts complete to Bob Klein, the tight end. I don't know if he's got the first down. I think he's just short. Weak safety Gary Barbaro on the tackle, and it looks like it's going to be 4th and about half a yard.
They can't kick a field goal, Jay. They're not close enough. They got to go for it. Oh, we're right down to the bottom line.
Clock is running with 3:05 left. In an overtime, both clubs get 2 timeouts. There you see a gutty catch by Klein.
And a great tackle by Gary Barbaro to keep him from getting that first down.
Triple tight end set. Bauer and Matthews in the backfield. And it is Bauer. First down, Bauer. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
Hank Bauer.
The Chargers say they've got the first down. And there is a penalty going against Kansas City. A personal foul has been indicated against the Chiefs. Benershka taking off his jersey in case he has to go.
Piling on number 26. Defense. First down.
A flagrant foul call against Gary Barbaro. First down. The ball is inside the 20. Jay Randolph and Mike Haffner with you from San Diego. 23 all. We're in overtime. 2:45 to play. Fouts quarterbacking the Chargers. Lydell Mitchell. Spinning out. Fumbles the ball. Kansas City recovers. At the 5-yard line. Number 52, Thomas Howard with the football. Well, let's look at it again.
Here we go. Lydell Mitchell almost breaks it out. Tremendous second effort, running inside, turning. Now he tries to make the great move, and it was Emmett Thomas who ripped the ball out of his hands, and then Howard makes the recovery.
The two heroes rushing the ball, Mitchell and Morgado, both fumbling when it looked like their teams were driving to score here in overtime. 2:38 to play, and the Kansas City Chiefs have the ball. First and 10 at the 4-yard line. Tony Reed out at the 10 to the 11-yard line. Bob Horn, the linebacker, 55, made the tackle. This game was tied on a 47-yard field goal by Jan Stenerud that bounced over the bar. We're in overtime. MacArthur Lane talking with Coach Marv Levy. Bob Horn is shaken up. The fine middle linebacker for the Chargers. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. It's going to be second down and 4 for Kansas City.
I'll point out to the fans at home, each team gets 2 timeouts in the overtime session. Remember, the Chiefs had none at the end of the game, so they still have their 2 timeouts remaining. This is the craziest game I've ever seen. 2 chances to win it, and we're still tied.
This has been a stem winder, I'll tell you. Jim Laslovic, number 54, will take over at middle linebacker for Bob Horn. Don Coryell looks out at the scene. His Chargers were driving moments ago till Mitchell coughed up the ball. Horace Belton in the backfield now. Morgado. Stopped short of the first down at the 12-yard line by Fred Dean. And now it's going to be third down and 2.
There is a timeout on the field, and it's for the 2-minute warning in the overtime. Well, it's 1:58 to go, but they called the 2-minute warning.
That's right. Mike Livingston talking it over. Marv Levy there. His clubs have played real good football the last few weeks. That's Joe Spencer, the offensive line coach there with him.
Used to coach me up in Canada.
We're going to take a timeout as the 2-minute warning has been given here in overtime with the score at 23 all. There's Lydell Mitchell, who moments ago coughed up the football when the Chargers appeared to be in a position to go ahead and win it in overtime.
And Kansas City can't sit on the ball, Jay. They got to go try to win it.
Third down and 3. Livingston rolling out, in trouble. Livingston down at the 6-yard line, fumbled, but he was out of bounds. Fred Dean did a job on him. Louis Kelcher, too.
You think there's going to be some pressure on Zenon Andrusheshin to get off a long kick? A good return could put the Chargers in position.
Leroy Jones on that play. He was the man that actually made the contact, and he's hurting a little bit. Now, Andrusheshin will have to punt from deep in his own end zone. Fuller and Shaw are back. Andrusheshin gets it away. This is Fuller down at the 38-yard line. 1:43 to go, and the Chargers still have a golden opportunity here.
They're only 8 yards out of field goal range. They need 1 first down, and they're within Bernershka's range.
Fuller stopped by number 48, Ken Hardmeyer.
Dan Fouts returns at quarterback.
Number 17, Andrusheshin.
The 38-yard line of the Chiefs, the Chargers. Lydell Mitchell going in motion. Fouts steps up and throws, complete at the 30-yard line. Pass going to John Jefferson again when he really needs his bread and butter man. It's Jefferson. Thomas on the tackle, no huddle. Clock running with 1:20 to go. Throw to the far sideline, incomplete. He was out of bounds. John Jefferson was out of bounds when he took it.
And isn't it amazing? They go to a rookie wide receiver in the tough situations. This guy's like a 5-year veteran in his first year.
Bernershka loosening up. 1 minute and 18 seconds to play in overtime. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. The score tied 23 all. Fouts 11 out of 16, 153 yards. Third down. 2. Handoff going to Hank Bauer. Bauer appears to have the first down. Tackle made by Lindstrom, 71 for the Chiefs.
And off to number 37, Hank Bauer.
They had the triple tight end alignment in there. They get the first down and call a timeout. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. The Chargers with a timeout call. That leaves them 1 left. A first down at the 28-yard line.
They won't mess around now. They're in makeable field goal range. 4 or 5 or 6 yards on a run is all they need. They won't want to put the ball up, I don't think, in this situation.
I wonder, though, if Don Coryell and his staff aren't questioning the ability of Bernershka in that weakened condition, which we've talked about. Lost 15 pounds. The infection. It's been tough. There's the measurement. Academic.
Gain of 3 yards.
Bernershka kicked a 28-yard field goal with 1:27 left. And then Stenerud countered with a 47-yarder that bounced over the bar with 2 seconds left. That took us into overtime. Both clubs have had excellent drives. Morgado coughed it up for the Chiefs. Lydell Mitchell coughed it up for San Diego. The first downs are even, 22 apiece. The score is 23 all. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 28.
You know, Lydell Mitchell still hasn't caught a pass. If they put one up, they got to give it to him.
They have not thrown to Mitchell, who had caught 38 coming into today. Fouts just did get it away, and it's complete. John Jefferson again. Coverage by Gary Barbaro. Excellent job by Fouts. He just did get that ball away.
A lot of pressure with the linebacker blitzing on him. Drilled it right to the rookie Jefferson. What a first-round draft choice that kid is.
50 seconds to play. First down at the 15-yard line. Fouts throwing, almost intercepted. Gary Barbaro almost picked it off. It was intended for Joyner, and Barbaro came so close.
Why did he throw the football there? I think that was a bad choice. you want to control the football, they're in easy field goal range. He almost got it picked off. Oh.
The ball at the 15. Second down, 10. 42 seconds left to play.
Well, about to have mass cardiac arrest with that interception almost.
Both two coaches. Quite an afternoon of football. Mitchell in motion. Fouts giving. And that is Woods. Not much there, maybe a yard. Gary Spaney, the linebacker, 58 on the 59, and they're on the tackle. 30 seconds to play. One timeout remaining. They may let it go down here.
That's what they'll do.
Call the timeout and kick it.
They'll run it right down to 5 seconds, somewhere around there.
15 seconds on the clock.
Oh, he's going to run one more play.
10 seconds. 8 seconds. 4 seconds. He better hurry. He throws, and it is a touchdown!
With no time left, Dave.
Touchdown to John Jefferson, and they were out of time. They could not have had time to kick the field goal.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some. In fact, I'm looking at Don Coryell, and he's saying, what in the world were we doing? But they get the touchdown and win this overtime game, 29-23. If the catch is not made, it ends in a tie.
Strange final play, Jay Randolph. Very strange, but a win. Here it is again. There was no way to kick the field goal if this pass was not completed. The time was out as the ball was in the air. Jefferson falling down, touchdown, and a win.
Coryell is still trying to figure out why in the world they did this, and I'm sure there'll be some soul searching by Coryell and his